Number 1 Iron Age Booty Daddy.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to Iron Age Nights. Totally botched it. It's already screwed.
Hello.
It's done. It's over. It's over. Totally botched the intro. Hello.
It was a good night. Now time for the outro, guys.
I know. Time for the outro. All right, guys. Thank you so much for being here on Iron Age Nights. We appreciate it. It's time for the outro.
James,
thank you. Yeah, James,
Thank you.
awesome show. Awesome. It's been just absolutely fantastic. It's great. Absolutely.
It was amazing, really.
No, it was a fantastic show.
Economical, if I do
I know. Oh. Oh, ladies and gentlemen, it is Friday night, and you all know what that means. That means we are back with Iron Age Nights. The premiere show for the channel, which has been absolutely fantastic. I actually didn't think it was going to turn into this. We have, as I like to say here on the channel, we have one of the homies tonight from Gilded, one of the guys who is just busting hump, and it's absolutely incredible to see the work that he's doing. And I had to catch up on some of the work that he was doing because I have had little to I'm literally at work today trying to get my internet because I don't have phone service at work, trying to get it to work so I could actually catch up on what he is doing. But ladies and gentlemen, before we go there, I have to say hello to the chat. So ladies and gentlemen, we've got King Bob. He jumped in. King Bob jumps in a while ago. He just wanted to say hi and have a great show. Raven Nevermore. Hello, how are you? Iraq Marverillion. Also known as Black Knight, also known as the fantastic author of Star Chatter. I do try to shout out the authors and stuff. And actually, I do have an author that I'm going to shout out here at the end of the chat. Evalee Music, how are you doing? Evalee, he told me it's not Evalee, it's Evalee, and but it's spelled like slight. Anyway, Swift Sword Rush, how's it going? Trippy Soul Horizon Talker, the Lord Otter, and Brian McCoppin. Redoubt Productions, 10 Cage, James Craig. James, I was actually during family reading hour is what my wife and I are starting. I was actually reading, continuing on reading your book. I think I got like 4 pages in because I actually had to help my daughter, read her book. So yeah, do that thing. Paladin Dragoon Rider, how are you doing? Iron Age Media, you're double dipping, good sir. You're double dipping.
Yes, sir.
The Myriasphere Origin. Hojo, what's going on, Hojo? And I'm glad to see you here. Yeah, we shouted him out on Wednesday, and he's got one of the best commercials like to advertise his comic that I think I've seen for an indie comic. Like it was fantastic. So I need to shout that out. Wrangler, what's going on? Then we have Kikomon for $2, starting the night off hot. He says, show me, show you, Kikomon. Jason Sandberg is down there as a Guilty Gearhead. Oh my God, it's getting too long. I can't keep up with you guys anymore. I knew the day would come, and it's fast approaching. Wrangler for $4.20. Beware the Twilight Rabbits. Dude, what are you smoking?
It's been laced.
Right, yeah, it's whatever. It sounds good too. A beard down there. How are you doing? TSBOL for $5. Iron Age, more like Gyron Age. Oh God, total sausage fest. Yeah, you're not wrong. It is true. We do not have a lot of female guests on the show. We have some.
We do what we can.
We do. Yes, we do what we can. Yes. Jason Sandberg for $2. The chat floweth over. Yes, it does. Dude, it's getting crazy. Yeah, it's getting crazy. So, oh, and all right. And so before we go too incredibly deep, I want to give a very, very big thank you to Brian Asher, the very first author that started Iron Age Nights. He sent me his new book as a thank you, and so thank you to him, and I absolutely appreciate it. The new names, we've got Asher Bruner down, Shelf Centered. How are you? That is a new name to the chat.
Welcome to the Iron Age.
Yeah. But yes, I Kikomon for $2. We can all just identify as women.
Those are the rules now, gentlemen.
They are the rules. Them's the rules now. But this is the fear.
Referee.
Right. This is the fear of Moncroy. Tomorrow or Sunday morning, or potentially sometime later this week, I will be announcing the winners of the contest that I ran for the Fear of Moncroy for Brian Asher. But he sent the Fear of Moncroy to me, and I'm very, very excited to get into this book once I catch up, and also sent me a couple of prints from one of my favorite scenes in the book from his first book. So this is a gift from Brian Asher to me, and I am so very thankful. And the gift from Brian Asher to you is, oh, dude, no, it's so great. Yeah, should I blow it up? Should I show off the Fear of Moncroy? Yeah, no, this cover, he put just a ton of work into this. I mean, it is, let me get my nasty little girl fingers out of the way. Just, I mean, absolutely incredible, dude. He's, Brian Asher is such a great guy, and he's really pushing the book hard and doing a special giveaway for the channel. So I will be announcing that, I think, on Sunday Coffee.
Great art, hopefully. Book, and the book I did my 2-day editing challenge on.
Yeah. So, ladies and gentlemen, if you need a 2-day copy edit, talk with Daniel P. Riley. He is over at Whimsyland or MrPRiley.com. You can go and touch base. If you need a book edited on the fly, he's your guy.
That's his preferred way of working, actually.
No, it's his preferred. He loves it. In fact, I think if you could give him one day, he would much prefer. He would much prefer.
You have 12 hours, sir.
Yeah, 12. Yeah,
he said
12,
it wasn't challenging enough.
Yeah, it wasn't.
5 minutes or your money back.
Yeah, there you go.
You get it before your burger.
You get it before your burger.
As a matter of fact, as a special bonus, I'll do it before you even think about paying me to do it.
There you go.
It's already done, in fact.
Oh, man. Wrangler gifted 5 A Drink with Crazy memberships. Thank you so much, Wrangler. Oh, and but I actually shilled your stuff before I shilled my stuff, Daniel. I put both of your links down in the chat for the sake of a joke because, well, you know. But ladies and gentlemen, if you guys would like a little bit more freedom to say a little bit more things, you may go over to adrinkwithcrazy.locals.com. Join, become a supporter over there, and you guys can drop memes, you guys can drop pictures, you guys can drop tip chats over there, which are like super chats, but just not on Google. And then if you guys would like to go and join my absolutely fantastic community of writers and fans alike, go over to my Gilded server.
They got me.
And you guys can also, if you guys want to become like a member or a supporter of the channel, I do strongly recommend don't do it through YouTube. Why? YouTube has a tendency to not like creators like me. Why? Because I don't generally tote the narrative. You can go back to a few episodes this week and see how I lose my crap. But if you guys want to support the channel, the two best ways to do it: Gilded, become a supporter over there, and then go over to, or you can go over to Locals and become a supporter over there. And then whoever supports on Locals and whoever supports on Gilded, you guys will get a link every Wednesday, and I will pick three people, because that's just seems to be the balance, to come on the supporter live streams on Wednesday. So I do have to shout that out, because I am trying to build that. And I am trying to build this up and turn this into something fantastic. And before I turn it over to King Richard, the Ironheart, we're going to go with Kikomon for $2, says Daniel. Glue a ruler to your couch already. That would be epic. You just tape the ruler there.
No,
You just don't tape it. Well, don't glue it. Just tape it. Just tape it, and then we'll know. We'll know how drunk Daniel is by the inches that he sinks down in his chair. It's
I
fantastic.
think it's fairly obvious.
It is. I just go by the old horse measurement, the hands. Once you're about a hand and a half, you're pretty good.
Yeah. My chair is nice and comfortable. I don't want to ruin it.
Oh, there you go, man. There you go. King Richard, the Ironheart. Sir, you've had quite the interesting week and quite the interesting promo all over Twitter. What are you up to?
I've been the big thing is the Iron Age magazine. Anvil is the name, and that's going to be launching, or the pre-order campaign on Indiegogo is going to be launching later this month. I've been putting together a bunch of things, and our esteemed guest is also going to be helping some on that, and then also
I see how you guys are working behind my back.
Some ads and things like that. So, and speaking of ads, if you have contributed to Iron Age Media or been a guest on Iron Age Nights, and you did not get an email from me about free ads and stuff like that, you should find me on Twitter or Gilded or something, and say hey before Sunday, because I'm going to draw some free ads on Sunday.
That's awesome, man.
Sounds
Free
amazing.
publicity, folks.
Absolutely fantastic.
Don't be insane. Do that.
Yes.
Yeah. And this will be the last one that I do for a little while. Frequency Studios for 420 says, come to Locals where the Twilight Rabbits are protected by the roosters.
Only you know what that is.
What?
I don't know. That must mean
There's dude, I don't know, man. The lore of this
there's
channel.
some kind of lore
Yeah.
going on.
Yeah,
but
there's more there.
Behind your back.
But yeah,
Up your channel, though.
go hang out with Swift Sword Rush and Frequency Studios over in the Gilded, and you guys will you'll have a blast over there. I'm trying to get more people to go over to the Gilded, because it's really fun, because you can do a lot more over there. You can share GIFs and memes and all kinds of stuff. Like, it's not just a text chat. So definitely
very fun.
definitely go over to
Get
the
your
A
good
Drink with-
mornings from me.
Yeah.
I'm
Right.
often over there as well, usually because it launches when I turn my computer on.
Right. Yeah. A Drink with Crazy.locals.com and the Gilded. There we go. Mr. Daniel P. Riley, what have you been up to, good sir?
Same as ever. I
Sitting in
mean,
the chair.
yep. Sitting in the chair, just being awesome, I guess. I don't know.
yes.
Being awesome. Well, you know what Barney always says. Whenever you're, feeling like you are, just do what I do instead and just be awesome.
Mm-hmm.
Is that what he says?
Yep. I completed chapter 8, so
Yes.
9, 10, 11, 12 to go. And
Nice.
Should I too? Yeah, actually, earlier this week I started writing a sequence and then realized I completely forgot about another one. So technically, I'm already a quarter of the way through chapter 9. Technically,
go.
Oh,
Technically.
nice.
Yes. That's how Daniel likes to write and edit your books, on technicalities.
yep. All technicalities, man.
Oh, they got doggos. Over in the Locals chat.
Woo!
Kikomon's
Oh,
posting
I
his
get that.
doggos.
I get to shill Anvil too because I'm working on it as the editor.
That's
Oh, nice.
awesome.
I get double shill.
Nice.
So,
Yes. Yeah. Daniel's been very helpful.
Daniel, what's on your
helping
shirt?
narrow
Godzilla,
things down.
Mecha Godzilla, technically.
Very
Here we
cool.
go. Oh no.
Ultimate
That's it.
Destroyer.
Yep.
Very nice.
Destroyer.
Nice. And ladies and gentlemen, without any further ado, the man, the myth, the legend, and our special guest for this evening, James Esparza. How are you doing, good sir?
I'm pretty good. Just finished writing because I try to write at least 500 to 4,000 words a day is my goal.
That's a very, very wide.
Um,
That's a very wide span, good sir.
It is. I usually have a lot of energy, so it all has to go somewhere. And particularly, I'm a person who cannot keep things small. So I'm like, hey, let's go do this. And then before I know it's bloated and 3 times larger, like what's going on right now, where I am running
know
a
that feeling.
Substack. I'm running a Substack where I'm releasing one short story on the 15th of every single month. And I've kind of finally got it a good feel to around 6,000 plus words, at least what you're going to get from here on out. The latest one is, I believe, around 12,000. So that's a treat. And it's what I like to call an insanity meter because it's free. It's a free story.
So
And
that's
if
not
you
a good
don't
shill.
subscribe, you're clearly
that's-
insane.
That's not a good. That's not a good shill. You're.
Okay, well, let me finish then, because you
Okay,
also get a full-blown magazine on the first of every single month. So clearly, who doesn't want a full-blown magazine on the first of every single month with at least 20 pages, 100% for free? And all you got to do is subscribe. And you know you're giving away your email to a bunch of people you don't even want giving it. You might as well give it to somebody who's going to give you something instead of take something from you for once. Go ahead, do that. That a little better
Exactly.
over there? Thank you.
I mean, like, you know, he. So wait, hold
It's
on,
an
hold on,
aggressive
hold on,
shill.
hold on,
I
hold
like
on.
Or does it-
My,
is it
my
better if I call
capitalist, my
myself a
capitalist
booty
self
daddy?
is like, wait a minute, you're giving away all of your hard work
That's right.
for free,
Yes.
just so people can have a good story.
Yes.
That's gay. No, but
Exactly.
seriously,
Well, I'm from
yes.
the 90s, and I think we had this conversation before. In the
think
90s,
we did.
everything was either gay, which meant bad, or
See.
everything was bad, which meant good.
Yes.
Yeah, exactly.
See, yeah, I am also a product of the night.
Yeah.
I mean, it's a step down from Richard's form of aggressive shilling, which is briefcase bombs.
Right.
Well, I haven't actually. That was just I was just bouncing that off you guys.
That was hilarious. That was hilarious.
I
Lord
mean,
Otter in the
I
chat says
still
gay.
see a milsurp, demilled, surface to air missile, and I'm just wow, $1,800. That could, I don't know.
Dude, you know you can get
Seems
what?
like a
Never
deal.
mind. I was going to
You
talk
get
about
a
some
lot of
wire
it.
guided.
It's a
You
trap.
could get some wire guided shit for pretty not expensive. Let's
This
not
is
talk
a
about that. We could
extreme.
totally talk
Pretty
about it.
not expensive.
It's. I mean, it's not. It's not.
Tell them how to build a shotgun.
You mean 2 pipes and a nail?
There you go. Everything
Yup.
you get here is a very broad stream. You never know what you're going to get.
No, you really don't. No,
Yeah.
I can't tell week to week what we're gonna get on this show, so I have
go
just
with
lowered my expectations.
And that's the host.
I know. Oh, Frequency Studios also reminded me to let everybody know to touch the butt. That's right. Go and touch that like butt. The like button. Be like Nemo, ladies and gentlemen. I love Finding Nemo. I'm gonna keep that joke. I don't care who hates it. Just go touch that like butt. Spank that like butt. Don't be
I
like. Touch it
absolutely
like
hate
Nemo.
Finding Nemo.
I love that movie. So I like that movie because I was subjected to it a lot when I was a kid because I was a young uncle. All my brothers and sisters are a lot older than me. So I was just the right babysitting age for when they had toddlers, right?
Uh-huh.
And so they'd come, Guckle Royce, put on Finding Nemo. I'm like, no, because I put it on and then you guys disappeared and went and played. And then I ended up watching. No, I'm like, I'm not going to put it on. No, Guckle Royce, we'll watch it. All right, fine. I'll put on and dude, VHS. Like I had the VHS of Finding Nemo. So I put on. Yeah, I know. His was like right as they were phasing VHS out into DVDs, and so I put on Finding Nemo again, and I turn it on, and 5 minutes later, my nieces and nephews are gone, and Guckle Royce is sitting there watching Finding Nemo. Dude, I could quote that movie to this day, and I don't think I've seen it in like 20 years.
Yeah, same. But that's, oddly enough, not only were we born on the same year, but I have a very similar story. Where my nephew adopted brother watched it every single day over and over and over
Oh,
again for
yeah.
at least a year.
Oh yeah.
My goodness.
Oh yeah.
I discussed that movie.
Dude, I went through phases of that movie. I like it, I hate it. I like it, it's not bad. Okay, please make it. And dear God, wow, I'm glad we don't have guns in the house. To, oh wow, this is really good. I have gone through all of the phases of that movie. And I finally landed on as an adult. I'm like, you know what? I like that, especially with kids myself. So, all right, ladies and gentlemen, we have to talk with James about the world without end. James,
Hello, sir.
what in the world without end are you doing? That was
What
bad.
am I
That was-
doing?
Yeah. Come on, talk with us. Where does this start? Where does your brainchild start, and how and
That's a
what
good one.
journey are we going on?
Okay, well, if we're going to talk about the past of where World Without End came from, I always just had a very wild imagination, would come up with a bunch of stories in my head, and I kind of wanted to have a world that I could put all these stories in where they can coexist together. And to do that was difficult, which is why it took roughly 10 years of not only getting more stories in my head, but piecing this world together where it makes sense. And I managed to create a world that you can pretty much fit all genres into. And the way that works is you have 3 separate nations. One of them is very sword and sandals. One of them is very wizardry, Harry Potter-esque, with a little bit of a Catholic spin on it. And one of them
Ooh.
is every single punk you can think of. The center point is basically the utopia style of punk, and then you go from there. You go from cyberpunk, and the poorer you go, the more industrial you get. Towards the end of their nation, you get a lot more of that diesel punk. There's a lot of diesel punk in here because that's one of my favorite punks, and I got a lot of diesel punk stories to tell. But this whole thing came together because these stories kept getting told. This world kept getting fashioned together, and I realized about 7-8 years in, I was the only person that knew this existed with all these characters that could rival the freaking Marvel universe in the amount of characters I was creating, to the point where I even lost like notebooks full of characters I had to recreate stuff. And I realized if I pass away, all these characters die with me. None of this writing makes sense to anybody else. So I went on a path to say, okay, why am I giving this away? Well, first of all, you can give me $5 primarily just to support me and get an early release of both the magazine as well as the short story of at least a 7-day early release, a bit earlier than that. But the reason I'm giving it away is so that way that can actually be out there for people to continuously consume long after I'm dead, and these characters can survive until they too get purchased by Disney, and then they're officially dead.
You know, that's not exactly a bad dream. All I want is to live long enough
It's a terrible
to
dream. I
then
want that
die,
be my
to then
reality,
have
damn it.
Disney buy my products and ruin them. That's a good dream.
And then they're dead officially. As soon as they're
Right,
picked up by somebody, consider it like the author's stamp of it's dead now.
right. I do have to do this. Ram, what's going on, Ram? Sorry,
Hey,
I'm
Ram.
gonna say hi to Ram. He's
Hello,
he's
Ram.
been here a while. He's one of the OGs. But
And
Yeah,
late-
so you
Go ahead.
okay? So that's new information to me because I don't know if we've had that conversation yet.
No, I
And
don't share. That's the first time I ever shared that with anybody, period. Well, no, I shared that with one other person that kept giving me a kick in the nuts the entire time. You always have that
Good.
friends like, hey, this is actually pretty good. You need to do something with it. Just keep kicking you in the nuts.
Good. I'm glad. I hope that you got
And
kicked in
from,
the nuts
from the 90s
repeatedly.
people, I use terms
Yeah.
like nuts.
Yeah, like nuts and gay.
And yeah.
Dude, it's just every time people are like, oh, dude, you're like, dude, we used. So South Park came out when I was a kid,
Oh,
and I went to a Catholic school,
Oh, gosh.
and yeah, so Cartman
Damien
and his
episode.
quit being such a fucking Jew, you Jew. Like that was a very common thing in my school.
Yeah. South Park was as rude as it got, and now everything is trying to go above and beyond, and they don't got even half the quality.
No, I know it's absolutely insane. So
Mhm.
you're 10 years into this.
Yes,
Is that
technically.
holy?
There's
So-
the gigantic point where it finally became visible for other people, and that was, I believe, in November of last year when I launched a website dedicated to World Without End that I was just secretly uploading lore to. You can even go to worldwithoutendlore.com and you will get about 30 plus pages of pure lore. This involves characters, this involves maps, this involves regions, this involves kingdoms, this involves politics, this involves everything that is World Without End. I continuously update that to this day. And then later on, I launched a YouTube channel where I upload shorts every single day, and I have only 2 full-blown videos. And in 3 months, I've already got 100 subscribers. So thank God for that. And
That's
I try
awesome.
to more fashion my shorts because they got that like long square look. I fashion them around the magic card look because I like cards. So I make them look like magic cards. And you get moving
Interesting.
pictures and all this. Yeah. I just like cards.
I think I've seen those actually.
You might
Pop
have
in my
the
feed.
yeah, click on them and put a like. Let it play in the background. You don't have to listen to it. But
I don't click on any shorts, period, because I don't
How
like
dare
them
you.
as a medium. And if I click on a short, that's
You like
all
me?
YouTube is going to show me. I made that mistake. I clicked on one by accident, and for a week, it was ridiculous.
yeah. Actually, I know what that's like, actually, when you click on a video because you think it's good and then all you get is this nonsense. But
I clicked on a thing. I was like, oh, I want to watch this, and it was some short from a YouTuber that I watch every day. It was like The Quartering or something, and I was like, oh, it's a short. I don't care. Click off, and then all it wanted to show me for the next week was
Right.
shorts.
they're pushing them hard, real hard.
Dude, I know.
Which is why I'm making them. But the reason why around that time I chose to launch the website, really take this, is because basically the IP, that centerfold IP you have, was finally on the chopping block. And for me, that was Lord of the Rings. And the reason that was Lord of the Rings for me, another epic adventure tale here of the past. I once lived in a lovely little slum when I was roughly 15 years old. And I mean slum, I mean real slum. I'm talking reservation slum. If you know what a
Shit.
reservation slum looks like, that's
Mhm.
what I'm talking. Open sewer, dirt road, nasty. All right, you can literally
Yo.
smell the crap in the air. And it was your crap and everybody else. One Christmas in this slum, I woke up, and in the little dining table thing we had, there was a cake. And on top of that cake, underneath that little plastic container thing they put on top of, was freaking tickets to Return of the King for a 10 a.m. showing on Christmas.
Oh.
Best, like that. I was in a slum, and it was the best Christmas of my life. To this day, best Christmas
That's
of my life.
awesome.
Exactly. The last time I ever felt that Christmas magic was that day. And so when that came up and I knew they were going to butcher it, I'm like, all right, that's it. I got to put my hat in the arena. They just slapped my friend across the face and I got to start punching back.
There you go. No,
Yes,
dude,
sir.
that's fantastic. So you kind of reach back into that moment. And we're like, no, it's time.
Hell yeah. Lord of the Rings.
Yeah,
And then they're going to
you're not
butcher
wrong.
that. They can butcher anything. That's what they approve.
Oh, they're gonna try to do it again. Warner Brothers wants to do it.
Yeah.
Anyway, yeah.
It's
Mhm.
not going to stop. All we got to do, this is what I say, let it burn. Right?
Yep.
Our generations have had the majesty of this. We are the last generations to see the most pure versions of some of these. And now it's
Mhm.
our turn to pick up the mantle and create for the next generation based off of our experiences, our lives, and that which inspired and came before us. And that's what I'm trying to do to the best of my capabilities, as well as continuously get better. Like the subscription money I get, I spend it on books about writing. I spend it on programs that help me get better art, things like that. It all goes back into this because this is the thing I'm trying to leave behind. And I think that's pretty much have been a large essence of what's behind the Iron Age, is a lot of people who've been inspired by the past and have said, all right, now it's my turn to create something to be left behind for another generation.
Yep, absolutely.
Yep, Lord O'Dyrlangs.
Yeah. We was rangs.
We was
Just-
things we've done wrong. Wrong.
Oh God. Oh
Yeah.
God. Yeah,
Yep.
let's not tangent on that one. So I'm gonna ask one more question, and then you're gonna
ask
answer this
the
question. And then I'm hoping that Richard will take over, and or Daniel will take over. Who knows?
yeah.
We'll find out. And or I'll sit here and we'll just watch Daniel get hammered.
Yeah.
Who knows? It's anybody's show at this point.
Tell you
ladies and
about
gentlemen.
Twilight Rabbits.
I don't want to.
It's
My
a lot more
question
instant than anything.
I'll see them
No, I'm
by
sure
the end
they
of the show.
Yeah.
So I'm drinking iced tea. I
got a PG-13 universe, people. It's not that dirty, although there's a lot of blood.
I don't mind blood. So,
Yeah.
where does that? You've been working on it for 10 years.
Yeah.
Where does it originate? What's the original idea? What you just sitting there one day, bored in your room, you got tired of scrolling through Facebook or whatever you were doing 10 years ago, and you're like, I'm just gonna write some stuff. What made you do this thing? What's that initial
That
pen to
initial
paper
thing,
moment
it was,
for you?
It was just the house, the stories, really. The house, all these stories I created for the sake of it, because I just like creating stories as a kid, and I kept doing it throughout my adulthood. I mean, it's not that deep. I think I gave you most of the deep stuff. The only thing I give you beyond this is maybe deep lore, which is pretty epic, I like to think. But just a place to create stories, to house stories. And I'm seeing your eyes right now. It's like, Daniel, take over. Hurry, take over. 'Cause, yeah,
Judge me.
not that long. There it is. To house
No,
stories. Like it's and then it blew up from there.
Well, I'm curious. So,
Yeah.
is the magazine?
Yeah.
What is the title of the magazine?
The magazine, everything's gonna always have World Without End, bigger than everything else, but it's officially Lord Rot Magazine, which was just
Okay.
supposed to be like on the first, where I tell you about all the lore stuff I'm working on, because I'm gonna be working on this till the day I die, or until my mind gives up from here on end, guys. So it was just meant for that to be a gigantic lore dump on the first for the Substack, while people wait for the stories. And then over time, I don't know where it came from, but I always liked the idea of magazines. I collected Game Informer as a kid growing up. I had all these different magazines. And ultimately, one thing that inspired a lot for me was heavy metal, the old school. The cartoon. In fact, if I had to, like, my initial idea and what I really want to do is get all the art, because a lot of it is AI art right now, just because I'm only can afford so much. But I'd love to replace it all with heavy metal-esque art like that, because that has been the original idea. And even now, there are some characters I can't actually bring to life because AI art is not advanced enough to get the particular details right. So for them, I'd have to go directly to somebody, but that costs money. And I do have a number of pieces that I did buy. But I knew if I went down that route, I would not be able to produce half of what I'm able to produce right now. Expensive.
Yeah, no, I totally understand that. I was actually looking at Heavy Metal, a recent release of it, just kind of thumbing through it in actually Barnes and Noble. Like the first time I've been to a Barnes and Noble in I don't know how long.
I used to buy overpriced books there.
Yeah, exactly right.
Yeah, I got a couple of them over here.
Yeah, and I was looking at it, and like, yeah, it's real bummer. The art has really just kind of it's just bland now, and that's part of what motivated me to try and get a comic into Anvil, and that didn't end up panning out, but it's still like I think that there's definitely a lot of interest in that kind of art style. I think people are missing it. Whether not necessarily the more adult nature of it, but also just the minutia and kind of dealing with. Yeah, I mean, there's nothing wrong with having your stuff listed at Barnes and Noble. I used Amazon.
I think everybody would like to have their book in a bookstore.
Yeah, I mean, it's kind of one of these things where it's like you've got to sell where consumers are.
This thing keeps growing. I thought about if this thing grows to a point, I thought about like, I'm all about physical media. Might as well do a bookstore if this thing grows to the point where I can do it. And it's just all Iron Age.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. We could. Yeah,
Uh-oh.
there's a
Stop,
lot of
Richard.
challenges.
Oh, no.
Calm
Yeah,
down,
I
okay?
like
You
guys.
already have
I like
enough
you guys.
projects. Can you leave some projects for the rest
He's
of us,
like
please?
me.
Is that
He's
is
really
that is,
like me.
I
He
know
really
he
can't.
just no
Yeah,
no he's
I'm
oh that's an
saying.
idea. Well, let me work on that idea. I'm gonna, and now he's like
Yeah.
he can't let anybody else have a project.
Builders got to
I'm
build.
Hey.
very much the same way. I didn't really when this began, I just joined the Iron Age to see where I would take World Without End. Had no real idea beyond just dropping lore everywhere. And then everybody was writing, everybody was doing something. I thought, it'd be fun if I made like a little RPG game. And so I do have
Mhm.
like RPG rules set aside, and somehow it turned into a like monthly publishing thing. I can't even tell you how. I just woke up one day and it existed, and I did it overnight. Like, oh, well, I'm here now, and I just run with it, and it keeps on increasing. I'm still working on the RPG game in the background and coming up with stuff because I work meticulously on this world to the most minute details. I even have like maybe 30 or 40 plants per region, depending on how dry the region is, how much moisture it gets, things like that. And then I'm going to come up with a list of potions and whatnot you could use for the plants. And another thing that inspires me is also history, large portions of history. So if you're a history buff and you read this, you're going to
Yes.
find a lot of almost, I plainly make them like obvious references to history. So that way, if somebody who's not into history gets a little excited, like, oh, this, they might be able to easily track down the historical reference. Like, I studied a little bit of martial arts, not that I ever really got into it, but I know that Okinawa is the home of martial arts, and I studied a lot of that. So I literally got an island here that's called Nawaoki, which is the home of martial arts in my world. So that way people can kind of, just play, and people might see it as like, oh, blatant ripoffs. Like it's supposed to be. It's supposed to inspire you to go look at actual history, things that really happen, and the most amazing stories of history I'm trying to pull and put in here in interesting ways, because the greatest lore that's ever been told is the one we're living in right now. We're literally at the pinnacle of written history right now. It's like, it's happening, baby.
I love that outlook, man. I absolutely love that outlook. See, positivity. I love it. There's way
You don't
too
get
much
this
negative.
far without positivity.
No, no, absolutely not.
Absolutely.
Yeah, I mean, and one of my things with the Iron Age is, you're obviously leveraging a bunch of tools to put out content that, 30 years ago would have been impossible,
Yes.
or 40 years ago would have been impossible to do. I mean, maybe you could write that much and, figure out some way to do a physical mailing newsletter type thing, but be able to take a magazine start to finish. I mean, I'm assuming you're not putting this to print.
Not yet. If I get
yeah, I was
enough
gonna say,
premium subscribers, it will go to
Yeah.
print. I'll get a
Yeah,
physical
exactly.
copy.
I mean, once you
that's
get
the
there, that's
shill
awesome.
I was waiting for.
Okay.
So, ladies
I
and
guess.
gentlemen, if you would like to see the
Waiting
World
for
Without End lore magazine come to fruition, you got to go over to World Without End
Physical.
lore, the Substack, and become a premium subscriber over there. And you might get your hands one day on a physical magazine. From
And
World
what I
Without
want to do is I want to get all the issues, fix up any little errors they might have on them, and just release them as one giant bulk like book magazine.
That was going to be a question.
Yeah, it is. I'm in love with merchandise myself, and I'd like to produce things that can get people's hands. Even like I said, I want to create an RPG game, and just like yourself, it's hard for me to contain things. I kind of expanded that. Is I want to create an RPG system or a multiple of RPG system and games that use the exact same pieces. So that way, all you have to do is buy either the rule books or the pieces, which I want the pieces to be affordable, something that people can get in their hands, and then they can just start playing these games. You drop $50 for a book, and then you drop maybe $30 for a bunch of pieces, and then you can play endless amounts of games with them in all these different genres of games. And I want to do stuff like that. It's all about trying to reach that economical structure of eventually getting things into people's hands for an affordable price, for the sake of the world. As I said, I don't want this world to die, and I want it to be something that's beyond me.
Absolutely. Good attitude. And I mean, I think that's awesome. And, it's one of these things where I'm just excited. The more people try things and get into the space, the more likely everybody is to find something that connects with them in particular, and like those connections are going to be what build the foundation for further growth. So yeah, I'm excited to hear all the things that you're doing.
Yeah.
When was the first issue? Like
The first issue is literally this month. The first of this month was the first issue of the magazine.
So February 1st.
Yes, and the next story, it's coming out in 5 days, people. 5 days for free.
Ah.
If you were subscribed premium, you got the story right now. You could already read the story that's already released. 12,000 plus words, people. Enjoy it.
Very nice.
Yes, very fun story too. It's got like I said, it's a multi-genre world. So most of my stories, I'm trying to make multi-genre, so that way I can introduce people to the multiple kingdoms and not get stuck in one of them. Because my first two stories, one of them was hardcore fantasy, second one was hardcore sci-fi, and it's hard to tell they're in the same world. So the third one, I'm like, okay, I got to bridge the two, and I got to keep bridging the two, and keep bridging the two, and keep bridging the two. And doing that, it's really just blown me out of the water. It's put me through a personal boot camp because I got to produce one story every single month while still trying to do everything, to keep a roof out over my head and stuff. And I pulled a lot from a lot of information, particularly of those of the writers that came before. I actually found a magnificent book on how to write pulp fiction, and I followed an excellent plot structure I found from Lester Dent, who I was excited to see the name of because I'm actually quite the fan of old school radio theater. I like all the old school radio theaters, from The Shadow to Johnny Dollar to The Falcon, and everything back and forth again. And he wrote Doc Savage, which I absolutely love. And finding the exact plot structure that Doc Savage was written to, I ran with it. So like I said, every single story is an improvement on the one that came before it. The story that I just finished, which you won't see for a whole month, and really just finished it. I sent it out to beta readers. They're reading it. I'm already starting on the next story. That's you're not going to see for 2 months. That's already the first act is done. Go ahead, Roy.
So this thing that we were talking about, this like prep work thing, that like James knows how to do that. We should really talk with James about how to prep, guys. I feel like that came up a few streams ago.
How to prep. You just keep getting better. Fail
And
1,000
we still
times.
haven't done it.
If you, there you go.
I'll
Everybody
try and
knows,
do it this weekend.
It's not gonna happen. We're not gonna prep. Don't stop lying to people. We're not gonna prep.
I'm gonna do that one of these
I'm
days.
gonna get it together. I'll do it this weekend.
Yeah.
Richard's going to stand in the virtual conference room by himself giving the presentation because Royce and I didn't bother to show up.
No,
Yes.
it's fine.
I'll be there for fun.
I'm not even gonna schedule a time. I'm just
I'm
gonna do it.
not just gonna be there. What's? Hey guys, did you guys prepare any notes for our meeting? What meeting? The prep work meeting. No, I didn't prepare notes for the prep meeting. What are you talking about?
I told you guys not even to come here.
I did. You guys not even come here. Oh God.
I know I've worked with a big team before, and it can be really difficult trying to get schedules together, trying to get everybody on the same page, and even try to communicate the same message. This is the first time I really had to work alone, and I've never had so much to do alone, because like everything I just spelled out, YouTube channel, Substack releases, magazine, short story, website updates. I'm doing all of that, guys. I'm doing it 95% of it. I'm getting some help from some beta readers. Thank God for the beta readers. Been helping me out a ton. I've had that one friend kept kicking me in the nuts to keep going, still kicking me in the nuts.
Good.
Perfect. Thank you. Metaphorically speaking, because obviously that'd be an assault charge. But
And eventually
it.
some damage.
Yeah, exactly. So I'm doing it by myself. If you guys see any errors and stuff, let me know. I want the magazine to be improved. I want all my work to be improved continuously.
Don't tell
I want
me
every single month. I'm telling you that. And if you do it, thank God for you. And I'll be praying for you and your soul for the rest of my life. So, yeah, go ahead and do that.
I can't help it anymore.
Yeah, it's epic. Like a lot of this stuff is not only based off of all these things from my past, but it's also based off of power metal, if you like power metal. I try to capture that essence in a lot of regards. It's my favorite type of metal. In fact, I always tell people I listen to nothing but Christian music. By that, I mean Christian power metal. Anything softer than that, I lose interest in. Like, all right, whatever. But it's really epic. Let me, in fact, go ahead and set the scene for you real quick of what this world looks like. All right.
Go
And I
for
say
it.
world. That's an inappropriate word. I mean, what this is it's a plane. In fact, it is an endless plane of absolute darkness in every direction with a single blot of light. And on this endless plane, and in that single blot, is called the Lands of Light, where every single story takes place. And for generations, the Lands of Light was at war with itself as the darkness that surrounded them, known as the Abyss, remained absolutely silent. While this was happening, generations of history were wiped out of complete and utter existence. Nations, languages, peoples, gone. Generation after generation being born into warfare until one day that empty and silent abyss came to life, and unknown terrors and horrors rushed from the abyss and slaughtered man and their legions. And the three most powerful nations, the Dune, the Whitlow, and the Daughter, had to stand together in a forced alliance to push back the darkness, saying they will return to their warfare once it is done. The stories you are hearing are taking place in the age of adventure, 1,400 years in the future after this event. Still to this day, the assault continues on all borders of light, and all three nations have entered a moment or an age of thought and wonder, where they have finally opened their gates and doors to each other, allowing adventurers and heroes from across the lands to journey and share enlightenment and help their fellow man defend against the darkness. And these three nations are not small. They are powerful. The Dune have an ancient power, an arcane power that they must use, and a balance between their emotion, their mind, and their will to control it. And the more powerful they become, the harder it is to control. The Daughter are of warlike people who are said to be blessed by the Phoenix, a magnificent mythical creature that has given them ultimate power. They bow down to the bloodline of the Phoenix, which is their royal bloodline, which holds the majority of this power. They fight with spears and swords and have a multitude of strange weaponries that are all imbued with this power of the Phoenix. And then you have the Whitlonians. The Whitlonians are a nation built on what they call their enlightened thoughts. Although there are rumors that they actually gained this power generations ago by the forces of darkness, who have given them tainted knowledge, which has allowed them to build magnificent creations of machinery and something that would look like what we would call punk. And now you have all these three nations working together to the best of their abilities to stave off the darkness. That was wordy, but I hope it was very captivating.
I liked it. I didn't stop
Yeah,
you.
man.
Thank you.
I was
Thank you.
gonna
All of the,
say it's appropriate to the name of the magazine, at least, right? It's the
Yes.
lore drop. You're
Thank
dropping
you.
some
And
lore.
And this is the three nations, three images I got to kind of show them off. You have the Daughter, who have the blessing of the Phoenix, the Whitlonians, or your cyberpunk nation, the Dune, who are basically your Catholic Harry Potter nation, which is, much less cooler than how I recently described it. But, I put you through a lot to consume there, and I'm running out of dramatic energy.
You can't run out of dramatic energy. We're not even an hour into the show.
It's
Yeah,
your
it's-
show.
You have to make it
Too early
90
to fizzle
minutes.
out now.
They literally just
Yeah,
gave
90
the
minutes.
entire website.
Good God.
Yeah.
One pump.
And
Never
actually,
mind.
if you want to bring that website back up, there's something I want to show you.
Well, I don't want to do it now. You said you're going to run out of energy.
Go up. It's a dramatic energy.
Oh, okay.
Go upwards, if you will, to the table of context. Should be just a couple pages upwards.
Table of contact right there.
All right, there you go. Click on cards.
Well, I got to click on cards. I got to do all the work. Oh, hey, look at that. It's a new
Because
thing.
Because
Yes,
you love cards.
I love cards, and one thing you're gonna get in a magazine is you're gonna get 8 lore cards based off of a sub faction and the various characters in the world. And there's 2 of them currently released. This is one of them, the Family Vertilac, which is a family of vampires who actually control a city inside the Lands of Light within the Whitlonian faction. They control an entire city because the way that the Whitlonians operate is they have a endless cityscape, but there were once small towns that flourished in the cities who are now in a minor cold war with each other. And because of that, these guys were able to come in and slowly spread their disease of vampirism across their city, build up walls, and become a gigantic gun manufacturer. And now they got these plans to actually build an internal army inside the Lands of Light. And these are all the family members, and the information there covers all the politics between them and things like that. If you recognize the name, it said Family Vertilac. That is an actual name to a type of vampire, because I pulled heavily from lore. And every type of vampire you can kind of think of has an actual family somewhere in this world. And these guys, like I said earlier, I like radio theater. Each and every single one of these guys, this is the Red Tie Society. These are do-gooders who are in a corrupt system to the point where their purities could get them killed by just the corporate corruption that's happening everywhere. So the Red Tie Society goes about essentially foiling corruption from the inside, and they are all forms of the agents are all detectives. Well, they have a lot of kind of moles throughout the cities to gain information from and work against the corporations. And each and every single one of them is actually based off of an old school radio theater detective as well.
That's cool.
Very cool.
Yeah, actually, I would say all but 3 of them. No, all but 2 of them. Okay, one of them's actually not a detective. Is based off of, I believe his name was Harry Lime, who I absolutely love the adventures of Harry Lime. So he was the very first detective. But the rest of them are very much based off of detectives there. And if you like radio theater detectives, one of them you're going to recognize sooner or later. And each of them carries a very similar attitude to that detective. And like I said, I've been reading pulp, writing pulp, and I want most of this to be like pulp genre, consumable stories that are serialized. So that way the best of characters that people like, I can focus on more than others as it goes, and start to kind of bring some characters from one genre into another. Like story I just released is a sci-fi horror-esque. I say it's a sci-fi adventure with science fiction with fantasy elements. But the next story I just finished that's going to release next month is going to be a bit of a horror western, in fact. So if you like western pulp, you're waiting for a western pulp, I probably released the first one in 30 years.
Interesting. That's a big claim. I like it.
I know it's probably not true, but
it's fine.
Right? Don't fact check me. Don't at me.
Don't at me, bro.
Everybody's into westerns now.
Yeah, right. It's coming back. It's coming back around.
I'm glad. That's a great
Thank
genre.
God.
And I tried to capture all the western flavor in this latest story too. I had to sip on something. My throat's getting coarse.
Ow.
Royce is choking. Richard's
dying. It's fine. It's fine.
He's
just
fine.
Deflect from me dying.
No.
Oh God.
We're gonna watch in real time. That's what we're here for.
Please don't. I would prefer you not watch me die in real time. And that's what I get for not drinking beer. Instead I'm drinking iced tea.
Yes, it is.
Oh God. Oh. So holy crap, dude. I think in an hour I don't know if you have covered more in an hour than any of our previous guests, but I feel like you just covered more ground and groundwork in an hour than a lot of our guests have. Not that you're any more or less creative than any of our other guests, but
Well, most of them aren't working on an entire world either. You know, they got their lovely
Yes.
stories and kind of compact forms. And mine is
Well,
literally the
I-
world is the main character. Everybody else is a side character.
To be fair, we
That makes
also
sense.
probably interrupted you less than we usually.
Yeah.
Probably.
That's
just
true.
shut
Possibly.
up. Why you guys gotta be like that? It's like, you know.
I don't know.
Somebody has to.
I
represent
heard you choking
that.
to death, and I came running back there, Royce.
I know.
There you
He's
go.
like, oh, I can't miss it. I need to see Royce die. You guys suck.
Yeah.
Mhm.
See the light go out.
Right. Oh shit.
Totally not morbid.
My wife just scolded me. I'm sorry.
Richard is no longer the iron-hearted. It's Richard the merciless.
The Ironheart, isn't that a Marvel character?
Yes.
Oh Lord, yeah.
Which was taken from a Japanese porn character, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah. And
That's-
this was then taken by, from Richard here.
Yeah.
The line of Ironhearts.
Oh
Being
God.
merciless up there.
So, with all of this getting out there, man, and you're planning on doing the physical media, and you're planning on, obviously you've got big plans, and all of this is based off of just a subscription basis, and asking people, hey, if you like what I do, sign up for what I do, and if you've got the scratch, go over it. Which, obviously I can't knock that. That's kind of what I do with my channel, but with all of this stuff that you're doing, how do you not hit or have you hit moments of burnout?
Burnout? Yeah. Definitely hit moments of burnout. But there are three things that I believe which were kind of inspired, or I should say were cultivated by one Akira the Don, which Richard, I know you know who that is. I was blown
Oh, yeah,
away
big
when you
fan.
had him on a stream. I was like, holy shit. It's Akira
I
the
know. I was
Don.
amazed he said yes.
Yes, he's a real great guy. He actually did this thing during COVID where he would just go live every single night and play sets of music. And I was there, and that a lot of inspiration came from that. But there's one set where he actually had this like little string of excellent little sayings, as he often does, and I thought they were perfect. And I kind of try to apply them as best as I can. And it's let's see if I can remember the first one off the top of my head, because I always get it mixed up. It's persistent.
I need to
He needs to
take
do
a
something.
quick moment here and interrupt.
Mhm.
I did say that I would do this.
Well, you did say you interrupt your guest too, so
Yeah, no,
I'm
no. Well,
honored.
this is actually
yeah,
this is
it's good.
a little bit more
Bad.
important than just normal. So, Fluffy, down in the chat, he did remind me. Fluffy the Spaceman came into the chat earlier today and had mentioned, and had mentioned that there is a friend of a family, or well, someone that he knows. They need help. Bad things, medical conditions, medical issues. He also asked, we do not, under any circumstances, try to get like political with any of this or anything like that.
Gotcha.
But there is a GoFundMe for a young girl who is suffering from some issues. And I do want to make sure that we share that in the chat. And this is for Beverly and Ebony with medical bills. And so if I am sharing the correct fundraiser here, and I hope that I am, I think that I am. But there is the GoFundMe link down below. They're trying to raise about $10,000, and this is from Fluffy the Spaceman, and he asked if it was even okay if he could share it in my Gilded. I appreciate that he asked first, and honestly, absolutely. For anything like this, always make sure that you. And actually, here is the short link. But yeah, if you can go, the story is there. You can read what's going on. Again, don't make anything political. The family is going through enough right now. Obviously, in these times, everybody gets ideas when young kids are going through medical issues like this. This is not the time for that. This is the time for people to come together. So if you can, make sure you go over and just help those out. Pass it forward. So And yes, this is for Beverly and Ebony with the medical bills. So, but I do hope that I do hope, and I will say a prayer this evening for her quick recovery.
Same.
So, but no, that is, I did have to interrupt for that because I made a promise that I would do that, and so I wanted to make sure that I did not forget and that I was able to get that in there this evening. So, and I will share the link one more time towards the end of the stream. Chat, do not let me forget to share that link. Chat always forgets, so, but anyway, sorry to derail, but yeah, just, no, this chat's come together for so many awesome things, and I think that we can come together for
Absolutely.
something like this. It would be, you know, well worth our time. So, yeah.
Done.
Oh, thank you so much, man. I wish I could right now. I really do. I really do. And I can't, but it's the best I can do is share it. It's at least use my voice to share it and get it out there. So, but hopefully one of these, who knows, maybe one of these days Drink with Crazy blows up and I'm just like, hey, I can
Oh,
actually
you will,
do this
man.
now.
You will.
So I'm not, I don't say that for that. I say it for different reasons, but it comes out really narcissistic. So, but
That's
thank
fine.
you.
Sound narcissistic.
Yeah,
It's all right.
no, it's weird. It's kind of weird and icky. And,
Fine. You're not a narcissist. What do you got to worry about?
I don't
It's
know.
the whole reason I don't chill.
Yeah, I know. Shut up.
Yeah.
You should.
I actually know what that's like because, like, you know, I'm actually a lot more shyer than I come off as. I always feel like way out of my element and whatnot. But I just continuously tell myself, you know, like most people, no matter what they think, no matter how they feel, they're not going to tell you to your face. So what the hell cares?
Yeah, that's true. You're not wrong. You're not wrong.
Unfortunately, I said.
Yeah, the world's a weird place to navigate through. That's for sure, man.
Yeah. Sometime in my life, I realized that I'm like, wow, if I only gave just if I cared a little less than that, I'd get away with so much. And none of them will stop me. They have the power to stop me, but they won't.
But they won't.
But they
I just
won't.
have a weird paradigm about it all. I totally get what everybody does, but for me, I never want any of this to be about me personally. So I just sell my books. I'd rather they stand for themselves than anybody be buying them because of me personally, which is odd. Just the way
Well, you know, the kind of the point of the show is like, and I tell everybody that the point of what I'm trying to turn this into, and I think that my co-hosts are with me on this one. It's always the chat's fault. It's never not the chat's fault, especially my chat.
And the only every once in a while when it actually is not the chat's fault, it's Richard's fault.
Which,
yeah.
but he was influenced by the chat, so it's then still the chat's fault.
I wasn't saying that part out
Chain of
loud.
authority.
I know. It's awesome. Like no, and it, you know, it's one of the things like I want to do with. That's why I try to ask some off the wall questions here and there. Is I don't want to sell books to people. I want to sell authors and creators to people, right?
So
'Cause-
Daniel's out of the picture then.
Yep.
Probably, yeah.
You a ghostwriter.
He does
I'll
do
get
that.
I was gonna say you
Ghostwriter.
never know. Maybe we'll have the
Finally.
a drink with crazy or Iron Age Nights,
Yeah.
you know, calendar like a
Oh.
fireman's calendar, and then everybody will come flocking to Daniel for a whole new reason.
Dude, you know what we could
Use
do?
those guns.
I'm not okay. So, like, not the fireman's calendar, because absolutely the fuck not. But also an Iron Age Nights calendar where we have people, we have everybody vote. I could put the vote up in Gilded or I don't know, somewhere more official. Probably your page would be more suited for a vote that could just stay there for days, and have people vote on who they would like to see in like the calendar with their work. And we could do just, you know, like a bust of like the people that we've had on. with their work and a short thing and like websites there, and we could do that to promote people. And obviously, calendars come out every year, and it's the best of the year or the most voted of the year or something like that. I don't know, something like be dumb.
My month will just be an empty space.
See, nope. Your month is going to be a ruler taped to a top of a chair.
Yeah.
There you go. I'm already thinking about 3D printing something like a bracket that
Oh.
we can have set back there.
Oh, that'd be great.
3D printing. No.
See, absolutely. Swift Sword Rush. I can do the calendar based on my stream. It'll be 12 pictures of my hands.
Well said. I don't know. Not
It would
to
be
get off
interesting.
topic, just
Oh no.
the idea
we
of
can-
brands bothers me.
The ideas of
Why
what?
does it always come down like a calendar? Why can't it just be like each of us write a short story, we put it in the book together? It's like,
Well, I mean that could
also.
also work, but
It
you
could.
know,
It
I'm
got-
just imagining. I actually have a better.
We already
idea
do
for a
that
calendar
on
if you guys want to hear the pitch.
Media.
What?
This is
Yeah,
actually
but
going to
like-
be the Daniel P. Riley calendar,
Oh,
and it's
that'd be
just him. Each month he
Sitting
gets
on
just
a chair.
little bit
He just
lower.
gets lower.
All right, yeah. And he lifts himself up at the end of the.
Exactly.
Oh God.
Do
that'd be
A big
great.
Happy New Year, and it's me sitting
Yeah,
back.
it was a great big smile.
Right, great big smile. There you go.
Oh,
Oh, dude,
yeah.
that'd be great.
Sorry, I just had to get that one out.
All right.
No, that's
You
You
Off
get
my
that
head.
done in a day, really.
I mean, yeah, like
Easy.
it's yeah. I mean, if we have
One
a
live
really
stream.
good stream, like if we have a really good stream, like we could literally capture all of those images in one go.
That's going to be the bourbon and cigar stream, I'm sure.
We
Oh,
need
that
to
sounds
set
fun.
that up still. I gotta get with Rob. I wonder if Rob would sponsor that stream.
Yeah, he probably would.
He might actually. He might send a
Most likely.
stogie. I don't know if I asked Rob, I'd be like, hey, would you mind sending a stogie to each of us? We'll shout you guys out, and just we could do it. Man, it'd be nice to do a bourbon and cigar. Oh, I'd get hammered. That we would have to expect to get hammered on that stream. Like, there's no version of this where we like if we do
It's
that.
going to
we
end up being like a 7-hour stream because we're all going to
Oh,
get drunk
gosh.
and pass out and
Oh,
forget that it's
Oh,
on.
Okay, that yes.
yeah, yeah.
So eventually, it'll just be 4 hours of each of us.
Yeah, just sitting there like, dear God, what did we do? Mistakes were made. Oh, that
Gregory
sounds
Dr.
fun.
Seuss
I
drunk.
need to do that. You know, I've been.
45 ramble about Twilight Rabbits.
Oh,
Oh, yeah,
God,
there you go.
Twilight Rabbits.
Yeah, what's this?
It's from my lore. I released a video on Twilight rabbits. They're just rabbits that live a long time and people really want because they're a little bigger and super energetic and stronger than a regular rabbit. Except they live
Can
in
you
a
raise
very
them like meat
dangerous
rabbits
area.
and make stew out of them, or is that
You
that a- is
can,
that a-
you
Oh, okay.
can, but they're very, very rare rabbits to get outside of their natural habitat, which is really deadly. So people would rather just kill some other rabbits.
I see.
There's sure you have a farm of them, then you can. It's a rabbit. You freaking get two, leave them there for a couple months, and you have a herd.
Lucky
There you
Twilight
go.
Rabbit's foot.
Twilight rabbit, yeah, pretty decent size. I actually made those because a
The
friend of
magical
mine.
weapon. Twilight Rabbit's foot on a
It'll
string.
give you luck, right?
But why
For
are
the-
they
for the-
Twilight?
Because they actually hail from the
sparkle.
Twilight Mountains.
Ah,
Kind
okay,
of like I
okay.
said, they're on an endless plane of existence and only one blot of light. The light doesn't go away; it's always there. People here walk around with hoods on and stuff, and every location has its own biome, and people live in those biomes their entire lives. And travelers have to stop at like these spots that are between biomes because they're expected to get sick as they travel from biome to biome because people spend too much time in one and they've never experienced another. So they got to spend time like these little areas between. So one of the places is called Twilight Mountains. This is where your Conan faction lives. They're called the Twilight Pirates. Think Snow Conan. This is Snow Conan. They live deep inside this glacial mountain area. And no one likes them because they're essentially pirates. They do a lot of raiding. A lot of basically people who are up to no good and need to smuggle stuff through have to bring them their own fair amount of goods, or they themselves get raided. And because of this, getting a Twilight Rabbit's rather dangerous because you might get jumped, you might get killed by some of the deadly wildlife, or if that doesn't get you, then you're in an area that's snow is stuck in permanent winter, and then the sky is constantly twilight. The environment's going to kill you.
Or the Vikings.
Or the Vikings. Yeah.
There you go.
Well, actually, it's funny you say Vikings because Conan kind of Viking-esque, got some Sumerians, but I also have this race, not really a race, but a category of people called half man, where they're half people, half abyssal creature. There's lore behind it, hasn't been released yet. It's actually part of the creation story of the world, which is already written, just needs to be punched up. I don't know when to release it. I might release it in the next magazine 2 months down, or wait till December or something. Christmas. But there's literally half man, half wolf Vikings in this world. So if you ever wanted to rock out as a gigantic werewolf Viking, we got that for you.
I see why you're doing a
Just play
RPG
Gavin Fenris
system.
and White Wolf.
Yeah. There's a lot here. There's a lot of awesome creatures. So much that I haven't even explored, people haven't even been introduced yet. And I'm basically doing this as fast as I can, so that way if I croak tomorrow, you have as much of it as possible out there. And one creature nobody knows about, consider this actually a first time reveal, is one I love that I'm going to reveal soon, called the Scullies. And they are heavily inspired by the Deadites, as in they're basically Spanish Deadites. But they are very, very, very hard to get rid of, because if you knock a Scully in half, because he's just all bones, you have no idea how he's sticking together, bones and armor. And you knock him in half, and he splits into two, and you destroy them all. They have a tendency to reconnect themselves. And it doesn't matter if you break down 2, 3, 10 Deadites, they can reconnect themselves into one gigantic Deadite-like monster or Scully-like monster. And the only way to destroy them is to basically turn them into powder. You gotta freaking turn them into ash, because if there's a handful of bones remaining, they're gonna form themselves into a small creature, but you're gonna have to either get rid of or try to kill, or maybe you want to keep it as a pet and sell it on the market. If it's small enough, it might not be that deadly. Who knows? Maybe you can tame it.
So
Little Scully.
let's see here.
Bones
You're
like
obviously
Scully.
drawing from a lot of different wells here.
Yeah,
which
I've been
ones-
around for a long
Which
time.
ones, like, what would you say are your biggest inspirations for each of the three kingdoms?
Yeah.
Biggest inspirations is the Three Kingdoms were basically meant to house all genres. Each of them.
Well, but
It's hard to
each
say.
one kind of leans into one,
Yeah.
right?
Each of them has different inspiration. A lot of my Christian faith went into the Dune, which are the much more magical guys. And then here, magic isn't actually called magic. It's called understanding, which is actually based off of what the Daniel fast is based off of, because Daniel took 21 days to dedicate his heart to understanding. And there's just a lot of Christian-esque stuff in there that's not meant to be like, oh, go pray to God, but it's meant to, like, for the average Christian to read and say, oh, I know this. This is familiar.
Yeah.
This is interesting, but it's a little deep lore Christianese. So even if you don't know it, you're still going to enjoy yourself. And then
Well, it's paying homage to your roots, which I think every good creator needs to do.
it's more than my roots. It's my core, baby. I can't escape it. And the second nation, which is basically the Whitlow nation, is very much inspired by our world to a large degree, as well as like general corruption. And I've always loved the stories of like your lone hero versus the corporation kind of ordeal. And I also wanted to bring in a lot of old school pulp and noir, which you'll find tons of in the Whitlow Nation as well. A lot of obviously I just showed off a lot of the an entire sub faction that's inspired by pulp and noir there at the Whitlow Nation, the core of it. And the third nation is actually inspired by 14th century Europe, which is why this is technically in their history, since a lot of their history's been wiped out, they're basically starting close to scratch. They decided to reset their counting system and consider it year one all over again. So this is technically
Wow.
14 years from that point. So this is the 1400s of their world, and a lot of the daughter kingdom, which is the largest kingdom, is inspired by 14th century Europe and all the wars that happened around then and stuff, as well as some 15th century as well, and particularly Spain, because I really like Spanish history. They got a crazy history, and I dipped into a lot of that as per the daughters themselves. But a big aspect of this is that a lot of the cultures of our world are in there, but as a way to almost fight it, I don't want to say fight against wokeness, but it ended up becoming this thing that the wokesters wouldn't like. The way people look at each other, because these lands been around for decades, it's only so big. People are going to intermingle, interbreed, particularly over 1400 years of them finally getting over basically the war and stop trying to kill each other. The people of this land, you will find Asians in places you wouldn't expect Asians. You'll find people of different cultures in places you wouldn't expect them, because they just interbred so much. The entire people are almost amalgamous, and the way that they look at each other is not by the color of your skin. It's by your culture. It's like, how's this guy walking? How is he talking? Oh, well, then he's a Dune. Look at him. He's dressing in all those robes. He's a Whitlonian. Look at the clothes he's wearing with all these fancy gadgets of his. And that's the way they look at each other. An entire people group is it's not based off of race at all. At least for some, a little bit. A wild Asian appears. Yeah, everywhere. What is he doing in the desert? Yeah, right. A bunch of stuff like that. It's amalgamation.
I was going to make a joke about capturing, and I realized I probably should make that joke.
Oh,
Never mind.
clever, sir. It's a good call there.
Yeah, probably.
Channel lives another day.
Oh,
But there's-
God.
But samurai sword.
I came across
Oh,
a
God.
meme that was about something like that. It was probably a lot older, but I had never seen it before. It was a picture of this young Asian woman holding this giant lizard, and the caption underneath
God.
was, "What is that?" And the caption response to that was, "I've seen these before a few times. They're called Asians."
That was the quaff. The quaff shared that the other day.
Oh, that's funny.
That was great.
That's
I
the
love
internet
it.
for you.
Oh,
That's
dude, I
comment
love it.
section.
I want the internet to be wild again, man. I
Oh,
miss.
gosh,
I
that's
don't know if I want it to quite go back to internet 1.0 days, but like,
Oh,
Yeah, Wild West it. Let's go.
let's go.
right.
Dude, there's some messed up stuff
Call
on
of
internet
Duty.
1.0.
Call of
As long as
Duty
we can
came
still
from
have Flash
1.0.
games, I think we're good.
Oh, dude,
Right?
Flash
Well,
games. My
there's a
God,
lot of
Flash
Flash
games. Wow. Yeah, I played a bunch of those when I was a kid.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, the old school Call of Duty servers, Halo 2 servers, man. That's what I was in. Halo 2
That was
voice
a good
chats.
one. Yeah.
Yeah,
Pinnacle
old,
of
yeah.
Halo. That's
Oh,
right.
dude.
Which is sad if you really think about it.
Yeah. 343 can't get their shit together.
Nobody can get their shit together, man. They're all woke now. They've been
don't
infected by the virus.
Yeah, they probably.
The virus.
So,
Yeah, I can't believe
Oh.
Newgrounds still exists. Yeah.
dude, is it still
Yeah,
around?
it's still
Newgrounds
there.
is still around.
Yeah,
It's
Wow.
still kicking.
Oh, dude. Wow.
I don't know
Newgrounds.
what Behemoth is doing these days, but
Yeah, man, that's old. Dude, I shared an Ego Raptor video the other day with guy. You guys remember Ego
I forgot-
Raptor?
yeah, I forgot all about that guy.
that and then you got. Oh, do you guys know what was it? Film Cow. Did you guys ever go to Film Cow?
I
No, I
didn't.
don't
That
think
was
so.
that was
I watched the
originally
videos.
Film Cow was originally where Charlie the Unicorn was posted before like
Ah.
YouTube like really was a thing.
They had
Yeah.
a lot of random videos back then.
Oh, dude, it was great.
Didn't know what you'd run into.
Oh, dude,
Strange
you
animation
never knew.
everywhere.
Yeah.
It was very.
It was like-
Versus Blue.
It was
Oh,
basically internet avant-garde at times.
It was awesome, man.
there
Oh,
was
man.
like a sweet point in the history of the internet. I feel like where it was like you never knew what you were gonna find,
Right.
but there weren't nearly as many like cartel execution videos and things like that everywhere.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Well, it
It's like,
depends on
it
where
was
you're
like
going.
this downhill. It was like, oh no, wow, holy smokes.
Depends on what you were looking for. Anyway,
That's when the organization started finding out what the internet was about.
Yeah.
Exactly, yeah.
Internet
Uh.
One, where you can order a pizza and an RPG.
And an RPG, right? Oh my god, I miss it
The
dude,
fun
so
kind.
much. I know. I know. Wire guided. Anyway. No, dude, no. I miss so many of the old dude. I still I'll show my kids like the original Charlie the Unicorn. And then before they did Charlie the Unicorn, those guys did something called The Cloak. Nobody knows about The Cloak. I love The Cloak. Oh, that was so great.
Never heard of it.
Oh, dude, it's amazing. It is some of the funniest. Oh man, it's just. I miss internet. I miss Internet 1.0. It's so fantastic.
Yeah.
Oh
What a
man,
day. What a time to be alive in, you know.
dude,
Then
just
too, everyone was gay.
what?
Back then, everyone was gay too.
Yeah, they were all gay. Stupid.
They
gays.
were all gay. You were. How much? No matter how hard you smacked, you were gay.
Emily Music knows what I'm talking about with The Cloak. Yeah. Oh man. Oh.
Well,
Crap.
Dude, so bad. I will say this. I think our generation is just like, man, we got to get back to that. We got to get,
It was
learn how
ruthless.
to. Okay.
It's a ruthless time.
Yeah.
People finally started saying what they meant when they looked at you.
Yeah. Yeah. No, it's
Oh, the
yeah.
internet.
And, it felt a lot smarter back then though, because people could be ruthless with you, but be like smart about it, and like today it just doesn't feel like the internet's that way anymore. It's just like people say things, but then they don't realize how retarded they are, and then you're just like, I don't think that means what you think it means. Like,
you keep using that word.
yeah, dude. Well, it's like Twitter. Like, I don't know. I've been thinking about Twitter lately, and just whether or not I even really want to continue engaging on it at all, because I don't see any value with Twitter. Like, I don't even know if it really, outside of maybe like the Wednesday posts.
It's the YouTube comment section.
Yeah, I don't even think. Yeah, well, and
Yeah, but everything will eventually be that way. Because it's not.
Yeah, I mean,
it's
I
not the medium that's the problem. It's the users.
I think it's the corporations that are trying.
Well, I think it's a
to-
little 50-50.
Yeah,
Mm.
I think it. I think it's the
What if
corporations
you-
that are setting up. Just
What if
retarded
though?
rules.
Think about it. I don't think people would be this rude if you had to connect to a video call and see them for everybody
Mm.
to that communicate your tweet directly to that person.
Says the
probably
bro behind a picture.
Yeah. But I'm not
Yeah.
rude. you know.
Says the bro behind a picture. What the fuck?
Yeah.
insulting
Obviously, I
guess.
would know.
It's true.
You're
That's
just
I
a
mean-
good point there.
The internet, in and of itself, and
Yeah.
social media specifically, is a medium for people to say whatever they want, hiding behind
Mhm.
a field.
It's their diary to everyone else.
I know.
Not
It's
even
diary
that.
of hatred.
Not even, it's road rage.
Oh, dude, I know.
That's all it is.
Oh
rage.
man, it's just like watching. It's like watching road rage, just
Like
on
you just
fire
did.
constantly, and then people are just crashing into each other. That's what I would honestly describe Twitter as. That it's just like watching cars on fire, just constantly crash into each other, and it is sometimes it's
making money off
entertaining,
of
and
it.
other times you're just like, why am I here? Why am I scrolling? None of this makes sense.
Yeah. Say, and you know what?
Engage where you want to engage. That's what I do.
Right?
I've
Yeah, I
tried
don't know. I have
engaging.
Good interactions on Twitter.
Yeah,
Same.
I tried
I'm also
engaging
kind
on,
of restrained.
I tried engaging on Instagram, but I don't think that's my platform.
No,
Whenever I scroll down, the first thing I get is a bunch of naked chicks, and I'm like, I don't even know you.
I don't even
You know
know
they're
you.
targeted
You're like, I only want naked chicks that I know.
I just think, if you're gonna scroll through your feed, it should be a bunch of people you know. First thing
Yeah.
is a naked.
They-
chick,
They have gotten real bad about ads. Instagram is
Yeah.
I hate
basically
Instagram with a
unusable.
passion.
I just use it as one of my
Oops.
broadcast points.
I don't like this stuff.
Yeah. Yes.
Yeah, I have a lot of issues with
Very unfun. Truly is,
Yeah,
all
man.
these days.
Well, it's
Software.
I think
can't say what I want to say.
you're right. You can say it on the Gilded, or you can say it over on a drinkwithcrazy.com.
Correct.
You
Yeah,
can in
or
fact say
locals even.
there's the locals. Yeah, you can go over
Say it
yeah.
in live chat and locals right now.
No, I'll just say it on the Gilded right now.
Right.
And
Yeah.
or the Gilded.
Oh wait,
Here we go.
I have two keyboards in front of me, and I'm touching the wrong one right now. Oh,
Yeah.
good.
I have
3,
not used
2,
Vero. By the way.
1. Done.
No, Vero, I have not. Yeah. I don't disagree with you, Daniel. I don't disagree with you at all.
It's my response anytime that gets brought up.
Yes. Oh, you know what that reminds me? You asked me a question about how I don't burn out, and I mentioned Akira the Dawn, and I find a little saying that
Yes.
I listen to the exact same Akira playlist every other day, and I replay the first handful of seconds, and this is over like an hour long, just to hear these words over and over again that keep me from burning out. All right. Perseverance plus persistence. You don't need motivation when you got meaning, and discipline equals freedom. And I have meditated on each of those little things for a long time. And I truly believe it because I don't have things that motivate me. I'm surrounded by reminders of why I'm doing it, reminding me why this means so much. And there's something of me left of this world. So that way this damn world itself doesn't die off with me.
Right.
Yes, sir.
No, and that's something that, I think that's one of the biggest things too, is legacy, leave something behind, and whatnot. Like that's something that I think everybody wants to do. I mean, and ultimately, you got to ask yourself the question. What are you going to leave behind? What? And I mean, my hope is that I leave behind good children that don't become horrible dictators, or when they do become horrible dictators, I'm still alive and they can cut daddy some slack on his taxes. But yeah. Chat, you guys are talkative tonight. I like it.
Hello, chat. I need to see what's going on over there. What's going on, chat?
James
Oh,
Craig
man.
had a question earlier, but I lost it.
Yeah, James, if you are still down there, please ask your question again. And guys, just so everybody knows, I am saving all the super chats. In fact, you know what? Why don't we go over here? We'll go over here to locals. Drinkwithcrazy.locals.com.
What's going
For
on
$10.
over there?
Fun things, but you have to go over there. Swift Sword Rush suggested a tasteful nude stream. That would definitely have to be a locals exclusive.
It's always
And
nudity.
I don't know if there's going to be anything tasteful about that at all. That's gonna.
There's no tasteful nudity whenever it comes to the four of us. I don't.
Yeah, like
No.
for real.
No.
What?
I guess if we throw some women a couple $.
I mean, yeah, something like that, man. Geekomon for $10 over on locals says, show you, Geekomon. Little Andian's over there sharing some miniatures. Those look really good. So yeah, Little Andian, he was over. He was on the supporter live stream on Wednesday, man. Fantastic to have you. He was good. Yeah.
Oh, did you know I got a Kikomon character in my world?
Oh, do you?
Oh,
Yeah. And when
That-
Kikomon, I don't mean the Kikomon advertisement character. I meant like our Kikomon.
Yeah, no, our the good Kikomon.
naturally.
Yeah.
The only Kikomon that matters.
Yeah, he's the only
Absolutely. He makes soy in my world too. He owns a large soy factory.
That's awesome.
Yeah, I've been thinking I might have to throw a little Kikomon Easter egg into Legacy Hero 2. It's
It
just
is so
good to
insane how this man's his grown. The Kikomon soy sauce company is going to be like, why are we really popular all of a sudden?
Yeah,
What the
why are
fuck?
we getting tagged with this whole thing? I had a Kikomon Easter egg.
It's a study of marketing,
That would play
really.
that would play the song if you clicked on the right spot on the website. And I put that back in like October, but nobody ever found it, and it broke at one point in time. So but I'm gonna have to put it back at some point in time. So
Yeah, I've been thinking about it all day because now I have to add King Bob's murder into G Sedai 2. So
Wait, why is King Bob dying?
he asked me to.
Oh, that's fucking hilarious. King Bob!
Yeah,
He's not here tonight. Damn it.
I write a
Well,
lot
I
of
was
meme
like-
history.
I was thinking about that, and I'm like, yeah, I could do it. I've got the perfect sequence towards the end of the book, and then I started my mind started wandering, and I went, what if I put Kikomon in Legacy of Heroes 2?
To do what? Tell you to buy
I love
soy sauce,
how
tell you
my
to
Gilded
tell
is just becoming characters for all of your guys' stories.
you- Why not?
Da-
Isn't that
Daniel.
what Lovecraft did with all the other races?
Right, yeah.
Say,
I just
Daniel,
like talking shit about people who are dead, you know.
So
Right.
there you go. For G Sedai 3, I want
Where's
to
Lovecraft?
I want to be in there as somebody who needlessly executes a minion.
Who needlessly executes a minion.
There's no such thing
Execution
as
tile, double
needless
stab, back of the
execution
head.
of minions.
Oh my god.
Also, actually, in the
I'll
first
see what I can do.
in the
I-
first issue of my magazine, you actually get a review of one of my stories by the Lord Otter. Plus, the Lord Otter's
Yes.
links are in there too.
Oh, that's awesome.
The Lord
Yeah.
Otter is good like that.
Yes.
See.
And in fact, if you leave comments that are fun and interesting to read, I don't mind having a comments page where I take all the comments from all my social medias, all my videos, and all my Substacks, and putting them in the magazine if they're good that month. So leave comments, guys. It could be in the magazine.
It's letter to the editor. That's the
Yeah, that's what they call it.
There you go.
Thank
Yeah,
you.
letters to the right. We gotta go old school here. We gotta, do the things.
Letters to the editor. So right, guys. Remember, I'm publishing this myself, so you can put some profanity in there.
That's awesome. Dude, you're doing a ton of work, and I think if people go and check out the links that I'm dropping for you down below, and guys, here's the thing: he does
so.
shorts. So if you guys are like shorts, he's given a ton of lore dumps over on his YouTube channel. So I think, dude, I think you stand a good chance with what you're doing, the passion that you have, and
Yeah. You want to show off the magazine cover?
I could. I don't know where it is.
It's
but I
on
could.
Substack. You'll find it easy. It's the one that says magazine on it.
That requires reading.
Hey, look at that one. This is right. Giant that letters magazine. Hey, I found it.
The trick is
There-
to title it magazine.
Royce
See-
can read.
I can read. I
So people
can.
know it's a magazine. Marketing, really.
What is going on? Don't say the S word. What the hell? I almost forgot.
On one of your shorts, as in short videos, I was going to give you a free advertisement in my. I was going to make you a motion graphic video to post anywhere. It can be on one of my shorts if you want, but I'm very good at doing motion graphics. I do it for a living. So making like advertisements is really easy. That's the cover, people. Look at that.
Woo!
Yeah, this looks
Doesn't that look
really
shiny?
good, man. I
shiny.
dig this. That looks clean, dude.
hmm
That looks
Thank you.
clean.
Yeah. Feel free to read the page underneath that. Gives an entire world
Ooh.
introduction.
Oh, I can do the dramatic reading. Yay, dramatic reading time. Awesome. All right. Dramatic reading time. Hopefully I can get in the right frame of mind. Hey, beer. The Lands of Light. World Without End is a new fantasy sci-fi world full of diverse landscapes and interesting, unique civilizations that strive to exist in a world of both ancient kingdoms and futuristic cities. Technological wonders built decades ago and mystical creations that live and breathe together in this ever-evolving world of adventure and terror. Within the Lands of Light, there sits 3 kingdoms of light, born into an endless plane of complete darkness. These lands are but a single blot of light illuminated by the rays above. Darkness continues its never-ending assault on all sides. The armies of the 3 kingdoms hold fast. They aid each other in this age of so-called peace. This magazine is dedicated to the World Without End lore. We explore the development of all things. World Without End. Each issue includes in world poems, newspapers, lore updates, and more. Hey, look at that. I did it.
There you go.
I
So if you
know.
like poetry and you want like fake newspapers, you can read those too if you want. I don't care. This has been out for a week now.
It's been out for a week now. Let's copy that link and drop that link down
Yeah,
below.
and there's a downloadable PDF for free, y'all. So that way, you know, if you want the PDF version, not just go through a bunch of pages like that. All my stories are also downloadable PDFs, and they're formatted as well to look like a book. So that way, you can read them off of your tablet and such. And they also come with art. And if you subscribe premium, not only do you get an early version, but you always get an alternate cover of art. It's right there for your premium members.
Right
I'm
on.
starting to understand Substack a little bit more.
Yeah.
Substack is like a lot. It's like the OnlyFans, but for authors.
I suppose so. Technically, OnlyFans was supposed to be for soccer players. It didn't work out too well.
OnlyFans was originally a Patreon competitor.
Yeah.
It was
turned
not
into
meant to be what it turned into, but
Right.
they were just
Pornhub
like, oh, we see a
3.0.
trailer, jump,
Then it
jump,
became
jump.
Tumblr too. Yeah, well, you know, I guess they made their success. Why?
You know.
How'd you make your money? Well, I'm the owner of OnlyFans.
Right.
Yes, that
Yeah,
OnlyFans.
yeah, that person has been making a ton of
Yeah.
money.
But you know,
Okay.
he feels a little guilty at this when he looks at it. Like, oh, I know I got all this money, but not everyone's going to respect me if I tell them.
Yeah,
I'm
he
the guy
probably
that owns
feels as
OnlyFans.
guilty as Hugh Hefner did.
Taking all that guilt right to the bank.
Right.
And then guy's gonna be like, "We're opening up the Only Ranch," and you're like, "Oh
The
no,
Only Ranch. Oh boy.
oh god."
Oh yeah, I also forgot to say, because clearly if a magazine is not enough, if short stories are not enough, if monthly subscriptions are not enough, if full-blown websites with 8 cards being released every month is not enough, I am also and have hired a voice actress to make audio versions of my story, one of which is already released on
Wait, did I
YouTube.
listen to her?
Yes.
Yes,
sent you
I
that.
did. Yes, she is
One's already
fantastic.
Another
She is
one.
Awesome.
Yeah, she's very good. She's very good. One story's released on my YouTube channel. It's very short. Another one I've already got recorded, but the story doesn't release until the 1st. So I'm going to be putting up that audio version on the 2nd on my YouTube channel. So there's a lot in the pipeline. I'm working on this constantly. I'm continuously improving. I'm trying to release stuff so people can have it in as much mediums as absolutely possible and making it as shiny as possible.
No, I think, well, and you know, the best way to get people's attention is to wave shiny things in front of them.
Yeah.
Big shinies.
Oh,
Well, and I think a
everywhere.
multimedia
Squirrel.
approach is definitely a good way to go. I think that's going to be one of the hallmarks of Iron Age creators is, you know, bless you, is going for multiple mediums at the same time
Mhm.
and, you know, seeing what sticks. I think that a lot of consumers have gotten used to having their franchises be these big things that they can get all sorts of stuff out of it.
Yeah.
You know, and so I definitely think that's worth paying attention to. I know, Daniel. I'm sorry about modernity. It's just not the way we want it to be.
I
Yeah, it's
know.
Daniel, are you hassling our guest again?
No, I'm giving Richard a hard time.
Oh, okay, you can do that. That's fine. That's fine.
Yeah.
In fact, I would wonder why you're not giving him more of a hard time. I don't understand this thing. Look at Brian McCoppin. I just saw this pop up over in the locals chat, and it's the everything he says. Woohoo! Pussies wasn't censored. Take that, YouTube.
A lot of stuff is not
Attaboy,
censored
Brian.
on YouTube. Yeah, locals. There's very few things that are censored on locals.
Yeah, like yeah. You know, and some
The
people
whole
just want to
world.
say stuff, man. They're just like, man, I want to say this thing, and it's a joke, and it's fun, and YouTube will censor. Like, there are several chats that are not coming through in the live chat that people cannot see but StreamYard is picking them up and showing them to me anyway. So I'm actually highlighting the ones that are not getting shown down in the chat.
Oh.
That's
Yeah,
fun.
so
Ooh. Friggin' YouTube.
Right on.
oh god, oh god. Okay, there is a dad joke here, and I
Yay,
do
dad
know-
jokes.
Okay.
Yes, I do have to do the data. Roch Duristrix says a German Coast Guard got an SOS from a cruise liner. Help us, we're sinking. The Coast Guard replied, "What are you thinking about?"
Oh boy.
Oh no. Oh man. Hey, you know what? We made it to the hour and a half mark. We're doing good, gentlemen. We're doing-
Yay.
Yeah, we
Oh.
actually skidded just right over the line there.
I know. Who was it that we went just horribly off the rails at like
Oh boy.
45 minutes? Who was that? That was
Herman, wasn't it?
that Herman?
B.
Yeah.
Hunter?
Unsurprising.
I'm reading his book.
Yeah.
I blame him.
Yeah, it's
I-
all.
I- it
Have you
is
guys read
Herman's.
his work?
No, I have not yet. I don't even have one here
How
actually.
about
I
you
need
other
to-
two guys? You read his work?
I got
I-
stuff I gotta buy for the kids.
Yeah, I
We've
didn't
all
think
got
so.
our TBR piles, man.
Dude.
I
Yeah.
listened to it in bits and pieces. It's really good. But I hate you, Herman, because I really liked a lot of those mercenaries.
That's my except for one of those. That's my
Don't worry,
That's
no
my
one's gonna
TBR.
remember, Herman.
Oh god. Don't kill stuff, don't kill stuff, don't kill stuff. Hey, I
Who
win.
is down there. Let's see. Is Herman, are you alive? I'm looking in the chat. See if-
I don't know if he's live. I thought he was feeling down. I don't know.
He's been around. He's been around.
Yeah, I know. I seen him earlier.
Don't start that shit, Lord Otter. I'm not.
Summon the Herman.
Oh,
Something Legend of Korra. Isn't that some Nickelodeon show?
I'm not.
No, Royce hasn't done anything to warrant Legend of Korra
All right, whatever.
compare.
No.
Inside
No,
gay
that's-
We
lore.
do not talk about Legend of Korra.
That was the worst. That was the worst stream that I think I have put everybody
Alright,
through.
whatever.
That was
Well, see,
bad.
now you got it over with and it's done. See,
I know.
you can see there,
I
that was
feel
my worst
Isn't it
stream.
funny that they keep
You don't
talking
have to worry
about
about
it
it in the
and that's what
future.
we're talking
If anything, we need to go on an hour-long tangent about Shalar.
no.
And there you
about?
go.
I don't know where the hell that came from.
You know what? I'm actually in this little group chat in Gilded where everybody's apparently decided they all want to write a chapter of this Shalar book.
you sons of bitches.
You know, and
Have
I
you guys
think we may have.
gotten permission from Reese Goldman yet?
Well, first we don't care.
Oh, that's not very respectful to the creator of the Legends of Shalar, but you know, I guess I'll.
God.
I'm sure it's not, but you know, it's the internet.
Redoubt
It
Productions.
might be in the chat. I don't know. I'm willing to come and
Nope.
have both the series
There you
and even
go.
talk about Korra with you. Actually,
Oh, maybe.
it's not
maybe.
an original IP.
Oh no!
Right.
A drink
That
with
one.
crazy Legend of Korra chat.
There you go. I guess I don't know.
Oh God.
I was after my time, or before, or whatever.
It never mind. I'm not.
I was looking somewhere else when that was
Oh
happening.
God. Oh God. No, the no, my character trip yourself. My character now. What?
Yeah.
She's
The sequel.
I
names.
love the chat. It's so hard not to get distracted by the chat. Brian McCoppin over on Locals. And this is not a tipped chat or anything. He just says Royce never reads. He gets the cliff notes from Daniel and Richard. You fucker.
Not wrong.
Well,
no,
you
fuck
know.
you. Dude, I sat it like it's so hard because like I'll tell the kids time to go to bed.
Have a
And
conversation.
anybody who has children, and if you have multiple children that are young at the same time, and you're like, hey guys, it's time to go to bed, it's time to brush teeth. So I'm sitting down trying to read. I can get like maybe 10 to 20 pages in a night, maybe.
Really?
And it's because I'm like, okay, time to go to bed. I need you guys to go to bed, brush teeth, get ready, sit down and crack the book. Dad, yeah, what's up? Well, they won't shut. I'm like, I just brush teeth and go to bed. And a couple sentences in, hey, Dad. Oh fuck, my God. Oh
It's a little
god.
different. My TBR pile keeps building up, but also books that haven't been released yet I've already read because of my job.
Right?
Eventually, I've already read whatever it is that you're talking about. But it
Oh, I
takes
see.
a while.
That's
That's the grift.
4D chess there, Daniel. I like
Yep.
that.
Exactly.
Nice.
Operating on a higher plane of understanding,
Dude.
folks.
Asher Brunen's got a point. You have to start an hour early with putting them to bed. Dude, I start a half hour early and it still doesn't happen until an hour and a half later. It's retarded.
Hurting
Yeah.
Yeah,
cats.
people.
Hurting cats.
Oh, it's
Yeah, people don't understand that it's like with our 2 and 4-year-old. There's like at 6:30 bath time begins, and it's usually like 8 o'clock is when when everything is done, and that's on a good night. Sometimes it's like 8:30. So,
Oh god.
it-
Yeah.
it's a procedure, and you do not want to just interrupt or alter it. The more boring and samey it is, the more effective it is.
Mhm.
Maybe that's what the Hollywood studios think as well.
Yeah, probably. Oh god,
They're trying to
probably.
put us everybody to sleep. There you go.
All right.
And it's one of those things is I know a lot of people are like, Royce, but you could just do audiobooks and then you could get through books faster. I'm like, guys, I'm trying to better myself. And I'm actually trying to make myself
Plus,
read.
you got kids. You're not going to get through a damn audiobook.
No. I mean, I potentially could because there's enough stuff I could do around the house. Just throw the earbuds in and get through it. But
Mainly,
but
it's why you're commuting. And that's a big benefit.
Yeah.
I feel like.
But I want
on the
to
person.
read. That's the thing, is I want to
Want
do
to
it
read.
because I don't want my kids to have a dad that doesn't read. And for many, many years I've shirked that. And now I'm like, no, like I want to sit down. I want my kids to see me reading. I want them to ask me about what I'm reading, and I want to be able to tell them I want to physically read. Not only that, they're changing a lot of stuff and I don't trust these sons of bitches.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's that.
Proud
For
family.
me, it's more a matter of focus. Like I can put audiobooks on and go about doing chores or whatever, but I'm only half paying attention.
Mm-hmm.
Mhm.
So I end up having to listen to it multiple times in order
Yep.
to actually catch everything. Whereas sitting down and read, you're fully focused on the story itself.
Yeah. Yep.
Yeah, I don't know. I that's why I say commuting. I feel like depending on what kind of commute you have, it's
Mhm.
pretty pretty easy to do and stay focused with that.
Yeah. No, it's. But I love this comment here. Oh, what are you doing? Fight or evacuate. Gnolls are attacking the village. Oh no, he has earbuds in.
It's America, not Afghanistan.
Oh god, that's freaking hilarious. Commuting is the other C word. Not when you have a job that I have. I drive multiple hours a week.
Ah, that blows.
I drive hundreds and sometimes thousands of miles a week. So, and I'm not even a truck driver. It's just what I do for my job. It's awesome. I listen when I drive or doing dishes and stuff. I like to listen to like podcasts and stuff to catch up on. I like to listen to something that's kind of funny, kind of keeps you laughing, especially a lot of creators that I've followed for years. I do want to read a couple of super
Nice.
chats.
Let's do it.
Yes, Kikoman. Kikoman's got a lot of super chats. Kikoman for $2.
Super
Kikoman
chat.
says, make landmines in front yards legal again. Yes. Yes. Also, don't mow your lawn that week.
That's
Or-
why
and
I'm
or-
more
Watch
effective.
out for the neighbor's dog.
Fuck the
Put some
neighbor's
claymores
dog.
out there, and
Right.
the HOA is only going to come by once to tell you to mow your dog.
Just,
After that, it's all taken care of.
just bring back moats. It solves the
What
whole
happened to Karen? She was the president of the HOA.
Not
Oh,
anymore.
God.
Not anymore. Anyway, anybody
Put
else
that
want
on
to
her
tell me that my
tombstone.
grass is a 1/4 inch too long?
Castle.
HOAs, man. That's
I'm
how
telling you,
that's
man, moats full of piranhas. That'll do it.
Yeah, it could do it. Yeah.
You know what? How I said, stories
And there'd
popping
be
in my
no
mind.
evidence.
True.
Those stories just pop into my mind. You guys just gave me a story right now.
This motherfucker.
There we
He's just
go.
like all of the stories. They're mine. They're mine. All of the stories.
All your stories
Oh.
are belong to me.
Mhm.
Yeah. Kick on for $2 says,
No
for
chance.
Shalar's sake, hit the like booty. Yes.
The
Yes.
like booty. Okay.
Hit the like, touch the butt, touch the button, the like button. Be like Nemo. Sorry, I love that movie. I don't care. I'm going with I don't care. Yeah, touch that butt like Nemo touches the butt, and make sure that YouTube knows that you guys like this stream. If you guys like this stream, we're trying to make sure that we connect you guys with fantastic new creators out there who are not producing the same crap garbage that DC and Marvel have been producing for I don't know the last like decade. And they actually care about your stories. Oh, and they actually like you, right? Oh, and if you send your money to them, you're not sending money to someone who hates you. You are, in fact, sending money to somebody who cares about your opinion and what you think about their stories. So, go. All the links I just dropped down below. Make sure you guys go follow World Without and Lore in
Thank you,
all of those
sir.
places and give him the monies because, well, he's not Marvel and DC, and he actually cares about what you guys think.
Absolutely. And I take your money and I reinvest it into the product as well, so you can get more product.
No, you gotta take the money and run, bro. You're doing it wrong.
Oh, take the money and run.
I
I
love
already
that
got a
song.
day job.
Already
That's
got
part of
Deja.
the. He's got to build up the pyramid scheme first. So
Yeah.
give
I
him a little
know.
bit of time.
Make pyramid schemes great again. Were they ever great? I feel like in the 90s, man,
the
like
guy on
everyone's
top.
parents was doing a pyramid scheme. Like, you guys remember Amway? Oh my God.
Good scheme now.
So, oh God, it's ridiculous. Kikomon for $5. There's an opportunity for Iron Age 3D Printer Shop to support miniature printing for Iron Age members. I don't think anyone does it yet. Kikomon, that's a good idea.
Here comes Richard.
Right?
No, we're not closing the stream, Fluffy the Spaceman. Why are you? We're just reading super chats and having a Are we allowed to have a conversation, Fluffy the Spaceman?
No.
Can we do that?
No.
Good night, Rock Darstrix. I don't know how to say your name. I'm sorry. Good night, sir. And it was fantastic seeing you down there. Take it easy. Oh, and if you would like to, don't forget 11 a.m. Central on Sundays. I do a live stream because I don't recognize your name, but just if you want to come and hang out and have fun in the live chat, I read all my comments. So I hope to see you there. You guys are so fucking terrible tonight. Just like dead silent. What the fuck is wrong with you?
I'm zapped this week. I'm like,
Yeah,
I don't even know.
actually, with the
I'm surprised I'm even
Uh-huh.
here.
I dude, oh my God, yeah, I will not go into detail.
I was just enjoying the awkward silence.
Was it? I didn't think it was.
I
that
have-
one.
I was having a good time.
I will not go into detail, but I think a lot of people here know that like I took on a job where I'm a safety manager, right? Good job, like the company, like the commute. The commute it's only 40 minutes to work every day, which is fucking incredible. It's actually 35, but it's all open road because I live in the middle of nowhere, so it's all country roads, and so it's great. I've been dealing with OSHA for the last 2 weeks.
How's that going?
I've been dealing with OSHA for the last 2 weeks.
Yeah, look at his
Right
face.
on.
Dude, oh my God. So,
I can't
yeah.
look at his face because I'm uploading a picture to Scully, the creatures I was talking about, Scully's, and I'm sending it to him via Gilded so he could show you guys.
See.
What the Scullies
Oh,
look
hey,
like.
the Gilded. Now would be a good
Would-
time to
yeah.
show my Gilded.
Remember, they're basically
this is what.
they're basically
you.
Spanish versions of the Deadites.
That's racist.
Whatever.
Why the Spanish people got to be dead?
No, there's just the ones that died, you know.
There's, so you kill
Graveyard in
Spanish
every
people
town.
and you're. Oh yeah, no.
Everybody dies.
Yeah.
Yeah, sure, whatever.
That's
God, I'm not gonna say. It.
All right, my slide. Gonna be a giant tease. All right.
I was gonna say God's racist because he kills Spanish people. Anyway.
He didn't kill the Spanish people. The Muslims did.
Oh shit!
Wow.
I never heard of the Reconquista.
I've heard of it.
1 hour, 54 minutes.
Oh, I love this stream. Oh man, Redoubt Productions. This was not a super chat. This was just a chat that I caught. Redoubt Productions says, after reading James' website last week, I am particularly interested in the characters of Celine from The Golden Forest and The Blind Rutger. Sir, you want to comment a little bit on that?
Yes, actually, I'm glad he brought up Celine of the Golden Forest because there's this gigantic desert.
Oh, I thought you were going to say gigantic big titty goth girl. Never mind.
Of course you did. He's from the 90s, people.
One track.
He's from the night. Dude, literally all
just
of the
keep
hot
saying that.
girls and all of the cartoons growing up were goth girls.
Yeah, I like the
Oh.
rave girls myself.
See?
Yeah. See, and that's actually why I disliked why these chicks started going blue hair and changing their colors because that used to be a rave thing. You see that like, oh, that girl likes the party. Hey, what's up, chick? Want to hang out? Not anymore. Now it's like, oh, now that girl wants me to vote a particular way. But
Right?
yeah, remember, guys,
Not-
if you run into
yeah.
a chick with blue hair and she's never been to a rave in her life, you turn around.
See?
Yeah, but anyways, what was the question? We had a question going on.
What was the
Characters.
question? Let me save this super chat that's just getting
No,
keep
I
them on just
remember. The question was about Celine. All right, go ahead.
Yes.
Read the super chat. The world needs people, Mom.
No. You finished the question. Answer the question. I was saving
Okay.
it so that way we can, yeah.
Saving it. All right. So,
Yeah.
Celine is a sniper in the Golden Forest. The Golden Forest is this mystical place in the middle of this desert. The desert is heavily inspired by Mad Max. Think Mad Max plus cultists and crazy dark magic on motorcycles. That's basically what this desert is. It's also slightly inspired by the time of Moses, as in there's a number of tribes that are in this desert, and each of them is inspired by one of the tribes in the wilderness. I should probably mention this. It has nothing to do with anything, but it's a huge, yeah, that's right, tribes of the wilderness while shooting each other on motorcycle back. Okay, drink with crazy next sign of your 90isms. I'm getting James Earl Jones duster out and sending you back to your correct timeline in Field of Greed. All right, yeah,
Shits. Oh, God.
it's cool. You get to play baseball forever.
There you go. There you go. I actually live in that state now. I live there.
Really?
Supposedly, I gotta go. Yeah, I live in Iowa now. Yeah.
Well, let
Food
me
sucks.
complete the question. Really? Oh, that sucks. Iowa
That's
food
fine.
sucks. The entire state.
Yeah, well, there's one place I found that I don't mind.
It's okay. I remember that one place.
Yeah.
So Celine is a sniper, and she's it belongs to one of these tribes, particularly a lost tribe that lives in the center of the Golden Forest, where there's an actual a decent source of water. That's where they live. Except it's a very dangerous place to be because they are a tribe of snipers, where they take the bark of the trees of the Golden Forest, which are this very like mystical. They imbue a lot of power and energy, and they make basically the best sniper rifles in the entire lands, and the mystical elements actually increase their accuracy to an almost 100% chance. But the terrible part is they don't want to share it with anybody, so they particularly make their guns in a way where the sniper rifles are not easy to shoot because there's almost a strange puzzle in which you have to find out how to pull the trigger for it to shoot. So that way, if the sniper dies and their technology ends up in the hands of others, they have no idea how to use it. It's built to a particular standard. I have images of it on the website with the characters. That way you can take a look at what the sniper are. And she's one of my favorite characters in this region because she's one of the only people of her tribe that leaves the Golden Forest to go explore the desert and see what each and every single one of these other tribes is like. There's a lot of lore behind every aspect. And I always give these overall broad kind of like inspirational overviews, like it's Mad Max in the desert, but you go deeper than that. There's the reason why there's 14 tribes. There's the reason why they're all in their own locations and they all prefer particular vehicles over other ones and particular weapons. Each tribe has a signature vehicle that they like using to further kind of increase their individuality as tribes and things of that nature.
Man,
And go ahead.
that's 10 years worth of work for you guys. That's fucking incredible.
Yes.
Yeah, and that's
that
one
is-
character in the midst of it all.
Oh no!
I feel like
Oh, no.
was that in a two-part question? Do you still have that question there?
I got it somewhere. Asher Bruner. Does it take time to shoot? With that hand to the shooters, could you use fingerprints instead?
It does take time to shoot, but the way that they're used to shooting is they kind of unlock their guns shooting mechanism first and then take aim.
Interesting.
Yeah. Yeah, very dangerous spot to be in around that area because they could shoot you right off your motorcycle.
I think that you answered that question because they were just particularly interested
Of that character.
in the characters of Celine from the Golden. Yeah. So
All right.
no, I
thought
think
that
you got
was
that
fun.
one.
Yes. Another
Kikoman.
reason, actually. Yeah. All right, go ahead. Go ahead.
Hey,
Kikoman.
go, just
The
go,
age of
go, go.
Kikoman.
It's your show. It's your show. Come on.
Is it? Okay,
Yeah,
thank you.
yeah, no. I don't know
Oh.
what you're doing. Quit being a bitch.
There's
Fucking
a backstory portion. He's really running with the gay off him, this guy over
It's
here.
awesome. I've been trying
Suppress
trying to bring
much.
90s gay back. It's not
90s
working.
gay back, which was everything. Like,
Yeah.
not that hard. You just got to point at everything. Says it is all gay.
Yeah.
Oh.
You're
That guy, he's just really gay. Look at those
gay.
pants.
Gay.
He said he
Probably
liked
one of-
Dragon Ball Z. He's so gay.
Right. Gay.
Gay. He's gay.
Sorry. Oh crap! From my childhood. That's insane.
Oh gosh, I know I went on this little freaking childish gay rant, and I'm like over here, like, hey, here's some backstory for you. It's a little deep,
Right.
but I have a childlike spirit, and I don't mean offense. If anybody takes it offense, I didn't mean it that way, guys. Right? You can call me gay back. I don't mind. Or if that doesn't offend you, you can call me straight. You know, whatever you want.
I look at it this way. I mean offense only to those who take it because the only way that you can be offended is if you choose to do it. And if you choose to be offended over my words, then I mean offense to you. But if you choose not to be
Okay.
offended by my words, then we're cool.
That's so bad.
Like Michael
Oh.
Jackson. Oh, wait, what is this? What is this?
It looks like
Ow!
jerky.
Ooh, Reaper Jerky. I hate
You know what? I had some of that today.
Oh,
Great stuff.
damn.
I'm
I'm assuming you were told that your spices are in the mail.
Yes.
Okay.
Oh. There he is.
See.
Cowboy food.
Mhm.
I need Reaper
Got a
Jerky.
new shipment of jerky coming too.
He's a shipment? How much do you order?
A lot.
A
Oh,
lot.
nice.
I need jerky. Oh, dude.
$375 worth. I split it with my stepfather.
All right, so that's what, 12 pounds?
Right?
Dried
Pretty
meat was expensive in 2016. It's got to be through the roof right now.
Oh,
Yeah.
I want jerky. You're making me hungry, sir. Come on for
Right.
$5. He says, God damn it, Royce. Stop using jars and paper straws. Get a glass of Jim Beam, a Pall Mall cig, and grow your beard. Show me. Show you. Come on. No. None
Oh,
of those
boy.
things. None of those things.
Oh boy,
So
yeah.
people are gonna get all insulted here in a few because I actually have to shave most of this off for
I too have to
respirator
shave.
fit testing.
They're gonna start a part-time job soon to keep up with the economy, and I gotta shave.
Asher Bruner, have you ever been to you keep complaining about Iowa food? Have you ever been to a potluck? Yes, it sucks.
The potluck.
Dude, these people here, they think salt is a spice. That's like the bare minimum.
Put salt on it.
Bare minimum.
It's like, I will say this: the commies took over my home state of Colorado, or at least the state I used to live in. They took over Colorado. I hate that the commies ruined my state of Colorado, but damn it, they got good food. It's like really good food out there.
They enslaved a lot of good chefs.
I know. They did. Hi, cat. What are you doing? My wife's cat is like, hey, I can't get to the lady upstairs because the door is closed. Can you open the door? I'm not going to open the door, cat. I'm on stream.
He's on
I
stream.
don't know. You got to obey the cat, right? That's what I've heard.
No, that's why the cats don't like me.
Right? He's got that there pride.
No,
Oh, look
I
at him.
genuinely, yeah, this is Lucari. He is named after a Yu-Gi-Oh card.
Okay.
It's fine. I got a bunch of Yu-Gi-Oh
Like, no.
cards from like the early 2000s behind me. I still have my elementary school Yu-Gi-Oh card.
Mine are over here.
Yeah.
We won't go into
What was
that. I
your
knocked
favorite
them.
Yu-Gi-Oh?
Or formerly
Just
on the
one.
wall.
Yeah,
They were
yeah,
on-
they were formerly on the wall on probably the worst stream that I did. That is also known
Yeah.
as the core. Man, there's a lot of bad shit that
I
happened in
didn't
that
realize that was
stream.
the same one. I
Yeah,
kind of
at
forgot.
least
Yeah,
There's
that
just
was the
one.
same one.
Yep.
That was the chorus stream. I knocked off the cards. I went on a tangent about raw milk. Holy f- I went back and watched it, dude, and I was like,
Oh,
holy
Yeah.
I never
crap.
watch anything with myself in it. That's
I-
the key.
I do because I look at it like sports players will go and they'll like watch film of their like games that they do to figure out like,
you
what they
probably
did.
should do that if you're trying to like,
Yeah.
you know,
Be
get
better.
better.
I'm trying to get better.
Like, I don't want to look at myself.
This is
Dude, I
awful.
was just like when things are so bad that I'm cringing to a point and it's me talking that I want to turn it off. I'm like,
Yeah.
I'm like, I can't do this anymore. That's why. Yeah, I sent out a few apologies after one. It was bad. Redoubt Productions.
Was that number 8? I don't
I
even
think
remember.
it was. It's whichever one had. It might have been 8. It's whichever one had. Yes, raw cow's milk. Yes, I grew up on raw cow's milk, man. I love it. Way better than store bought. Oh God, Kikomon, he didn't pass this. Kikomon for $5. Kikomon drops just like a bunch of $5 jets and stuff. It's great. King Richard, the Iron Fist attacking the Iron Age booty daddy. Woo!
Oh boy.
There can only be one.
There can only be one.
Oh, that's
God.
something I don't have in my world. Highlander reference yet.
There you go.
And now
Yeah,
it's going to be a
it's
part of this
time.
world in a week.
Yep.
Possibly,
time.
you know, Highlander's really cool, minus the fighting sometimes.
Well, yeah.
Let's be honest, the fighting wasn't that great. It's clear we didn't know what the hell they were doing with those swords.
Guilty Gearhead's like, oh, unpasteurized, gotcha. And I mean, well, yes, unpasteurized, but also like literally 24 hours removed from the cow. Like comes out of the cow, goes in the freezer. It's a whole thing. But yeah, so it's not even just unpasteurized, but not even you got to know a farmer to get it.
Oh, all right.
Yeah, and so like when I say raw, like it's not just unpasteurized, like it's not from a store, it's out of the cow. You freeze it, and then because that kills bacteria and stuff, and then like 24 hours later, it's good to go. So yeah, that's why I call it raw. Like it's yeah. So
Call it tit milk,
Yeah, we get it. Royce likes the teeth.
don't we all?
I'm not gonna go. What the hell happened to this stream? You know, it's probably good we don't do like 5 and 6 persons on this.
Yeah.
It would turn to chaos.
Oh,
Although I do
yeah.
like those streams that we do once in a while where we get all of the guests that we've had on previously, and we just get a round table. Those ones are fun.
yeah, as long as nobody pulls a
Gavin
Gavin.
McGinnis.
Gavin McGinnis on us here, I think we're good.
Oh my god! I heard about that
I think I saw a screenshot and I went,
in my
yeah.
guild.
Is
So
this
it was
real?
fake. Supposedly it was fake.
It really doesn't matter.
Was it
in the
fake?
moment, it's like, oh,
Yeah.
man.
Yeah, it's. Even the Friday Night Tights guys after it were in shock, and I'm like, man, if you're shocking these guys,
Yeah.
like that's.
I don't know why
gotta
you're
see it. It's
surprised
on
it's
Rumble,
Gavin.
right?
Yeah.
I don't watch that. I don't watch Gavin. I don't know. The shock
I don't
jocks
anymore, but I'm
Yeah.
aware of. I've been aware of his existence. I
Yeah.
used to like 5 years ago or whenever
Right.
he was, still kind of around and hadn't,
Hey,
gone
bunch
down
of
the
people-
path that he's gone down.
Oh yeah, 4 hours with Gavin. This video is restricted private on Rumble. Oh shit.
Wow. Wow.
It's
Yeah, so they
Rumble.
privated the video and then they put it on Rumble. Wow.
Well, yeah, it's privated
I
on
mean,
Rumble.
there was something that
it's-
appeared
jeez.
exactly as though it was that thing guilty. So
Yep. Yeah.
Oh, wow.
I heard about that. That's yeah. Kikomon for $2. Save a tree, burn a book. Save a tree, burn a book. What the fuck?
Save a tree, burn a book. Or actually, you can go buy paper because some paper companies plant the tree when you buy paper. Yeah, there you go.
Yeah, I always tell people. If I stop using paper, what are the tree farmers going to do? No, nobody?
Make cardboard boxes for Amazon.
I mean, well, yeah. I mean, they're going to do that regardless. Yeah, Amazon's going to tell me to stop using paper, but they ain't going to stop.
Nah, of course not. You got to get their packages to grandma. You want to kill grandma?
Never mind. I'm not gonna. Nope. There's too many bad jokes to say. You know. I feel like I'm trying. Like you guys are just trying to trap me tonight. You know.
I mean, that was a general question for everybody, really.
You know.
How about you over there? You want to kill grandma?
Yeah, you want to kill grandma? Oh, God.
Thank you. My favorite comedian is Norm Macdonald, so I try to tap into my Normism.
Oh yeah, I never watched a lot of his stuff, but I heard a ton about him from what I'm sure that I am. I'm
He
sure
was
that
very
I am.
good.
Yeah, he's amazing.
So, all right, and because I think I missed it the last week or two, I will give this one to Kikomon because I missed it for the last week or two. For $20, Internet 1.0 Kikomon song. Woo!
I got you.
So
on
I
Internet
will
1.0.
do the Kikomon song because I missed it. I don't want to do it, especially depending on the stream. I will do it. There are some streams where the conversation it just doesn't lend it, but I will do it for Kikomon tonight. So
Let's do it.
Let's do
Get
it.
it over.
That's meme-filled conversation, really.
Oh yeah, no, I love this. It's great.
Look at him. I know that guy.
I know that guy. And he's in Shotgun Samurai. He's gonna be in G Sedai now.
Yeah,
Legacy
everywhere.
Heroes.
Eventually. he's
Oh,
gonna be
Legacy of
a
it's Legacy of Heroes that he's gonna be in. That's right. Dude, he's had this on Friday Night Tights. He's had it on Shads. He's had I mean,
I wonder if he can get it on CNN.
dude, that would be fucking hilarious. Well, no, because I don't know if he's got enough money to super chat CNN.
Oh, the cat is my favorite part. Everyone shut the fuck up. Oh, that's it. That was it. Okay, we're done.
Okay, we're done. The
I
one
can't wait
scene
for the
that,
Disney movie.
the one scene that always throws me the hell off is when he's laying in bed next to the women. I'm just like, what the fuck?
Don't try this at home,
That's
kids.
80.
I know.
Just a random bed, random pair of tits.
Smoking his bed.
She killed bacteria. Oh, there it is. What a twist. Look at that. Yeah.
I just want to know how many drugs they were on. I just
All of
They're
them.
Asian. They just needed fish.
I don't even know if this is Asians. This might have been who is it? Oh, it says who it's produced by
It's
the
probably-
Building your online
no,
business.
screw you and your ads. I don't care. Nobody likes
Wow,
you. Go
you're
away.
a brave
interested.
brother. No, you're not.
Oh,
Kiko, man.
I like
I
that
didn't-
song though. It's very catchy. You want to sing it with a bunch of drunk friends.
oh, dude. Yeah, no, it's great.
At least
We
the
need to
show
start
be
getting that
true,
into
but-
jukeboxes around the country.
This shouldn't be too hard. You just gotta request it enough. Let's see if we can get Antifa on that.
Oh, no.
Just put up signs, start threatening them. They don't get the song in the damn jukebox.
Oh, God. Oh, that's ridiculous. Fucking Geek 'em up for $2. Banning was pretty much impossible in 1.0. Yeah, banning people in 1.0. That wasn't a thing.
That wasn't a thing yet.
No. You told somebody to go away. They told you to go
Just free
fuck
internet.
yourself and came back 4 times harder.
Yep.
that was not a thing in 1.0, man. I will say this. I avoided most of the chat rooms in 1.0. I probably ended up in 1 or 2 of them, but
I think I was in the
thank-
G4 chat room for a little while.
Oh shit.
Back when G4 was cool.
Right.
I think that was more towards 2.0. So you get kicked by then.
Yeah, you get
You could find your way back in if you know what you were doing.
All right, just change your freaking IP address.
Good work.
Yeah, it's a lot
Oh,
harder.
good times back in the day. Well, we're trying to recreate that in a much more presentable and disciplined manner.
Yeah. Presentable and disciplined. That's exactly what that's this
Manner.
stream.
Say, based on the past 20 minutes, that seems very likely.
Yeah.
I mean, I can only speak for myself, but I think we've been doing all right. You know,
God.
we've gotten a few,
We have a
few
good
emails saying people been checking out World Without End. I hope that's been you in the chat down there joining us. This wonderful stream.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's a few people that have gone over and joined World Without End.
I
So
truly do appreciate everybody who takes the time. Please let me know what you think of it, what you want to see explored more. I got a map of the entire Lands of Light you can find on the website. That was hand drawn, by the way. The hand drawn map cost me money, so check it out.
yeah,
Nice.
it cost him money, so go over there and give him
Yeah.
money. If you
You
guys
give
can.
me money, and then I buy stuff for the website, so that way I could give you more stuff. It's like this economical system we got going on.
You provide product.
Exactly.
Right.
And I want to provide decent product that you can continuously see value in long after the time of its release. Yeah, and all my stories are going to have a much more pulpish vibe to them because I've kind of found my niche, if you will. And I cannot wait for you to check out the Western story because that one's great. Whenever I write something and it's like fully published, I gotta take my mind off to something else, or I will want to continue that story. So I'm like on to
And-
the Western one right now.
Is that out now, or is that coming out on the 15th?
That's coming out next month on the 15th.
Okay.
You're actually going to get the one that I recently completed. Well, I didn't recently completed a while ago. That's a long one. This one is probably the longest story. It's more of a novelette, what I like to call what's it, because nobody can agree on how many words an actual short story officially ends. So I just say it's a what's it. Call it whatever the hell you want. It's 12,000 plus words. Absolutely magnificent. Heavily inspired. Well, not heavily inspired, but inspired by Starship Troopers. You Starship Troopers fans out there, right? You're gonna
I
see
knew
it.
people that loved that movie.
Yeah,
It's
I-
it's all right. I would
It's
watch it.
The
It's
movie's
all right.
fun. The book's
it's
better.
real campy.
Yeah.
Yeah, does the book have Michael Ironside explaining why violence is good and you should use it?
No, not Michael Ironside, but it does a much better job than the
Yeah.
movie does. And has a lot more awesome quotes.
Yeah, Michael Ironside did his best to
Michael
capture that particular
Ironside.
style in his portrayal. It was good, but the book is much better.
Yes, vastly
It's
better.
because it's happening in your brain, all right? When you get Michael Ironside, you just got to sit back and let him be Michael Ironside.
Well, I think if you're
Ironside,
familiar
yeah.
with the movie and you go and read the books and apply
Well,
that,
yeah.
apply that, it'll be so much better. But yeah, the book definitely stands alone.
Trippy. Fascism is an awesome light. Or fascism in an awesome light. Oh, God. Oh.
Kind of.
Trippy. And no, he's not wrong. He is not wrong at all. For Frequency Studios over in the locals chat for 420. This is Kikomon, the only guy that can consume soy by the gallon, yet still maintain his testosterone. Yeah, and he's literally shown the soy, like he buys the soy sauce bottle, like I thought
so
Kikomon
weird.
was gonna unsubscribe and walk away from the channel when I told him that I hated soy sauce. Like I just can't stand this shit. He's like, wait, what?
That's because you're uncultured swine.
I grew up around a lot of Asians, man. I grew up around a lot of Mexicans. This is a very, very different. Very different food.
Tapatio.
Mm-hmm. I don't like the lime tapatio though, dude. Lime tapatio just nope. It's gotta be regular tapatio.
Soy
good on
sauce.
eggs,
That
though.
vinegar.
MSG.
Yeah.
I make my own hot sauce. I have to let you try it. It's mainly
My-
habaneros.
My
Homegrown
wife-
habaneros.
Oh yeah, no, my wife did. The guys are actually getting a bunch of the stuff that's fresh out of my garden.
I can't wait.
Yeah. What did you get? You got some of the Trinidad Scorpion. I think you
I
got.
ordered everything.
Everything doesn't narrow it down. Everything could mean a lot. My wife grew. My wife grew. Like
I ordered
40
everything she was offering at the time.
Yeah, that still doesn't
Yeah.
narrow it down. No, she had. I want to say she had between. She had 3 or 4 different chili plants, and I think like 37 different types
That's a
of
lot.
pepper plants last
Yep.
year.
That's a lot.
Yeah,
Sharing them
yeah.
with my stepfather because he appreciates
Wow.
the spicy.
I am going to give you a fair warning. I'll give you the same warning that I gave to Rob Rhymes. Do not grab it with your hands.
Oh, yeah, no, yeah.
Yeah, don't. I promise you, those powders.
You put
That's a
gloves
big
on, or you
Just get a spoon. Just get a spoon and sprinkle a little bit over whatever you dish, and buy a little bit, especially if you got that Trinidad. Yeah, that Trinidad Scorpion's so good though.
Yeah, I need to get into planting. I like gardening a lot. During COVID, I took it up as a hobby, and I really enjoyed the process and the plants and all that, and especially eating all the vegetables. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I used to grow my own peppers. Should probably get back into that.
Yes, they basically grow themselves. You remember to water them.
And it's nice to have a constant supply.
Yeah,
Oh,
that's
yeah,
not a lie. We still have a bunch. My wife, she just took out a bunch of stuff that we froze from last year's garden, and she's like, "Nope, got to get rid of it all before we get new crop in this year." So she's gonna. I don't even know what she's gonna make, but whatever it is, it's gonna be good.
Oh yeah.
Nice.
Like the daughter
Kikomon,
keeps that stuff away from me.
Kikomon for $5. What did the Titanic say as it sank? I am nominating all passengers for the Ice Bucket Challenge.
Oh boy.
Oh shit.
You know, I actually heard a couple years before that happened, there was a book that released called The Titanus, which was about the world's biggest ship sinking.
Interesting.
Yeah. Go read some books, people. You'll learn things.
I'm trying. Stop hounding me.
Not
Okay.
you. You're okay.
Yeah.
I said
Oh,
people.
that's a great. Yeah.
Only so many hours. in
Love
the
to
day.
know that I'm not a people.
YouTube hosts aren't people. Oh, look at him. He thinks he's people.
Look at him. He thinks he's people. Oh God. Oh.
Just feed him on the floor. He'll be all right.
What the fuck? Come on for $5. When does a joke become a dad joke? When it leaves and never comes back.
When it leaves and never comes back. Yeah. I thought that was a dignity joke.
Oh God.
Wow.
Kikomon for $2 says, Daniel, give me a measurement. And he's about a couple fingers. No,
There-
you
there
sank
you go.
lower. You can't cheat like that.
Can't
This
sing.
is my third dream.
The
I lost
Redoubt
one
Productions,
with
the
this
wreck of the Titan by Morgan Robertson, released about a decade before the sinking. A lot of details line up.
Yeah, there you go.
There
Interesting.
you go.
There's a few incidents like that where a book kind of got real close to actual events.
It's kind of like The Simpsons with
Broken
Exactly.
clock twice a day.
Clearly.
started doing that thing where they're just like, here's like the 45 times that The Simpsons predicted the future. And like, no, they didn't. And then you're just like, holy crap, they
Yeah.
like they actually and
President
it's like,
Trump.
with the escalator thing announcing it, like what the
It's just pattern recognition.
liar.
Or the CIA.
All right, Daniel. Well, give me some stocks, please. We're about to have an economic crash.
It'd be great. It would be absolutely great. And I did say that I was going to share this one more time, but we do have a GoFundMe from Fluffy the Spaceman this evening, guys, to help out some friends of his, or I guess there's a closer familial relationship there. And I will, if everybody can, if you guys are able to, go to the GoFundMe and donate to help this family out with this 18-year-old girl having some medical issues right now. believe if I read everything correctly, she was a triathlete, she was she was an athlete in about 3 different sports, and she's having some issues that they need to take care of. He did also ask, the family's going through a lot. Don't turn it political. The story's there with what's going on. Obviously, everybody with the issues that she's going through is everybody can jump to the politics stuff, but don't do that. Just if you guys are able to, go over and donate on the GoFundMe. So,
Join me.
yeah, join Mr. Daniel P. Riley. And Daniel, thank you for doing that earlier, man. Seriously. So, with that being said, James, I think it's time. I think it's time for you to shill one more time.
One more time, everybody.
One more time.
Tell
Tell us
them
what
the
you're doing.
dramatic energy.
The dramatic energy, you got to tap into it. All right. If you've
Summon
been
it back.
here for this long, clearly you should already be subscribed because there's no
Yes.
reason other not to be other than insanity. In that case, you should check yourself in somewhere. But with
That's
that said, if you just got here like, oh, well, what's going on? You need to subscribe to World Without End and do yourself a favor. It's been a terrible year. It's about time you get something for yourself and get it for free at worldwithoutendlore.substack.com in the form of a free lore-based magazine that's going to be released monthly, along with short stories that are also released monthly on the 15th of every single month with a cover that is completely fully formatted and comes in the form of a free downloadable PDF. Now's the time to treat yourself some World Without End lore and get deep diving into the fantasy right now. Go get it, boys.
Shh.
Do it.
No, absolutely.
World Without End, folks.
Yeah.
Mr. Daniel P. Riley.
No.
No, fuck off.
You really want me to shill now?
You've got to shill.
Fine.
Fine. He's just, and the glass just tips up.
Yep. That's how it works. Okay, folks. I'm working on Jisedai 2. Jisedai 1 is out. The first book in the Angel War arc.
Really?
A lot of blood, a lot of guts. It's a wonderful, epic samurai novella set in a futuristic Tokyo. Probably one of the more enjoyable things I've ever written, which is why I'm continuing to do it. There are so many arcs to this story. I have 15 books planned. If it keeps going, I'm just going to keep writing them. Yes, it is okay to shill during designated shilling time. That is correct. Other than that, I have a super secret project that I have been working on. It hopefully will be coming to fruition over the weekend. And maybe by Monday, I hope I'll be able to share it with everybody. And hopefully I can get these guys to let me put it up on the stream next Friday. That one is centered.
Let.
Yeah, let.
It's just weird. It's like
I always ask permission. But
Well,
that
I was
one
in
is
favor
based.
for it.
Yeah, that one is based around Legacy of Heroes, my superhero novel series, taking it back from DC and Marvel as best I can. As soon as I finish Jisedai 2, while it's with the editor, I'm going to get started on Legacy of Heroes 2 and just keep rolling from there. After
weird.
Legacy of Heroes 2, I'll be working on War Chroniclers short stories for Iron Age Media, which Richard has very kindly offered me a spot to showcase a Chroniclers piece in Anvil as well, which I'm eternally grateful for. Was not expecting. Really enjoying writing those. More of a
May not get paid for it. You never know.
Oh, I'm not expecting to get paid for it, dude.
No, yeah.
I just love writing the stuff. And if you want to hire me for the incredible editing and fast-paced editing sometimes if necessary that I do, my website is whimsyland.org, or you can reach out to me directly on Twitter at Mr. DP Riley.
Do it. He's great.
Yeah, he will get you that book before your burger shows up.
Mhm.
Like under, like the faster the better. The more stress you put on the man, the more he likes it. He's weird that way, but you know,
It's
Mhm.
true.
it's
I might
true.
have to reach out to you, send you a copy of my Western. Let me know what you think.
I'm in.
It's only about 6,000 words, so it's quick 15-page read, you know. Supposed to be pulp, real pulp. So
Yeah,
Very
man, I've been
good.
getting a lot more of those actually. So
Yeah?
I retooled my services system, getting a new website done. Hopefully in the next week or so. I've been fighting with a couple of
Sexy.
services, but once I get that done, the designer who's put my new website together will implement it for me. And one of the things that I'm adding to it is short story editing. For I keep my rates really low. I'm trying to help people, not break banks. So my general rate for like full novels, anything over 60,000 words, is $250. What I'm going to be doing
How do you
is
survive?
I do a lot of work, bro.
Yeah? You turn tricks around the corner?
No, I'm just constantly working on
Okay.
people's stuff. Trust me.
What-
Well,
See,
that's what
that's
I
the thing.
said.
He doesn't turn the tricks. He is the trick.
There
He
you
is
go.
the trick. There you go. He
That's-
gets turned.
Yep. So what I'm adding is a short story editing. So anything every 10,000 words is just $50. So
Yeah. That's
Up
great.
to-
I'm definitely going to
up
reach
to
out
that
to you.
60K mark, and then it just becomes $250 flat. I never charge anything more after that.
Excellent. Excellent. Because I definitely, I need more beta readers, more people to on board on the kind of like, to helping out with the writing side. That's my weakness, which is a terrible thing to say. But I've been getting better ridiculously. Because I think one thing I failed to mention, I've been a graphic designer for like 10 years, which is why I can throw this shit together ridiculously.
Nice.
Yeah, thank you. We're on the closing though. Here I'm holding up. Go, Richard, your turn. Go
You're
quickly.
Oh,
You're
not at all.
terrible.
To say you need to go back to showing yourself some more. It sounds like.
Thank
Yeah,
you.
man.
I mean, you just got to keep reading pages and showing it off. It'll shield itself. People just need to know it exists. They'll go to it.
There you
Beautiful.
go. All right. Well, I was gonna say I forgot to mention it earlier, and I feel a little bad. But today, the prompt voting for February submissions went up, and this is the first
Oh.
time that I've split the categories into short stories and poetry. I think there might also be one flash fiction in the poetry section, or it might have gotten moved over to short stories. I don't remember what I did with it. But
Terrible.
yeah, go there, check it out. I think there's roughly 20 different submissions,
That's a lot.
and about a third of those being poetry. So
Mhm.
I encourage you guys, go over there, give them a look, and while you're at their Substack or wherever they have it posted, if it's possible, give them a like and leave them a comment and let them know what you liked. And that means a lot. Even just some page views mean a lot to people as they're getting started. And there's a lot of
It's a
good
great
work
website.
coming out of that.
Mhm.
And so check that out.
A very
on-
heterosexual website.
It's very heterosexual. It's not as gay as it should be. It's fine. It's fine.
Yeah, I think Trippy Soul did make up about a third of the
That's
poetry
correct.
submissions. So he's a machine. He's a poetry machine.
He is,
But
man.
we
That guy
have several other
just-
people who have been
Oh,
been cranking out some good stuff. So
when Richard
Yeah.
check that
had a
out.
story about Trippy.
Yeah,
Oh, okay.
one of the nations in my world actually records history through poetry because they are
Ah.
very in love with the art.
That's an interesting idea.
I was
It's
listening to
becoming a
that
lost
today.
art for him, and
You
I'm
actually,
brought
I
back.
had in the magazine, I had 2 poems that are historically based in the world. So everything you draw lore from. So if you like poetry, you'll get some historical poetry. And in the first magazine, I actually have exactly how the poetry is read. The type of poetry it is for the more poetically versed people who like the more complex stuff. I actually did some poetry for like a year to check out the scene and whatnot. It wasn't really my scene, but I love the art form.
Mhm.
A lot of
Very
pussies.
cool.
It's definitely a different art form for sure.
Yeah,
Yeah, it's one that I don't ever really fancy myself
Mhm.
trying to get into.
I
It's
love it.
it's too far beyond me.
I dabbled with it like 20 years ago.
Right.
Yeah,
I'm gonna do freeform, and that's it.
The-
Yeah, that's
Oh,
running
Yeah,
a lot
so-
of that. But
I am generally anti-subscription. I'm sorry to say that. It's just there's so many of you with individual Substacks and whatnot. I'm like, if I subscribe to everybody's stuff, my inbox would just constantly be flooded and I would die. But when we did the second Brian Asher stream for Fear of Moncroy, I reached out to Trippy and asked if you find that section for me of Brian talking about the editing I did with him. And I was like, I can pay you. And he goes, you can pay me by subscribing to my Substack. And
and a boy, Trippy.
you son of a bitch. Like blackmail.
I love it. Trippy, I love you. Trippy, I love you. That's exactly what you're supposed to do, Trippy.
So I did. I signed up and put in my description that I did this under duress. And yeah.
Doesn't matter. Doesn't matter. Duress money, it's just as good as regular money. In fact, it's better.
it all feels the same.
Yeah, it does. It spends the same, but you get this really good sense of like joy when you hold duress money. It's very weird.
Yeah, but no, Trippy's poetry is pretty awesome. I'm only halfway through the full archive, but I'm vastly impressed with.
Yeah, I'm. I was so busy reading submissions for the magazine in February, I barely read any of the prompt submissions, and so this week I'm like, I gotta get caught up and read everybody's. But
that's a lot of reading.
Fortunately, there's a lot more than there were in January. January is kind of like I think kind of a low mark in terms of activity, which is normal
for sure
from what I've seen. But yeah, it's picking back up. But fortunately, it hasn't picked back up so much that I'm like incredibly swamped. So I'll be able to get through everything.
Good. Well, it's never a bad thing.
Yeah. Speaking of the magazine,
look, I see Herman P. Hunter. I hate to bother you, but Herman P. Hunter, I'm reading your book. Everybody go pick up a copy of The Wizard's Stone.
Yes.
It is about a stoned wizard who goes to college. Just kidding. No, it's not, but they do go places. Very good.
Yeah.
It's Wizards and Stone.
It's Wizards and Stones.
Yeah, that's on my to buy list. It's but like I said, I'm like so far behind.
There's too much to buy.
I know, right?
Yeah.
But
yeah, I was telling the boys I started working on the Gadling Legacy, which is right behind Richard, a month ago. I'm only halfway through it because I've had so much work, which is reading and editing, that free time reading has been very few and far between.
Yeah.
But I'm slowly getting there, and then afterwards, it's Infinite Money Glitch by James Craig.
And look at the good news. If you read my stuff, you can sit down 15 pages and then you're done, and you get yourself a lovely pulp serialized story.
But not Stoned Wizards, Herman. I'm just
Wizards and Stones, Stones and Wizards, but not Stoned Wizards. I need that story now. I am terrified. Whoever the fuck puts together this Shalar thing, I am utterly terrified to see what the hell kind of lore they're pulling from the channel for this damn thing. Because I
I'm sure
I know what it
I'm
really
sure it's gonna be
is.
great.
I
It
just
has
kind of got
Stoned
caught up in
Wizards
the
in it.
chat about it.
do what?
I didn't really know what it is. I just got caught up in a chat about it. I was like, okay, yeah, this thing, I guess.
It's all about Stoned Wizards. That's what it is.
There you
Okay.
go. There you go.
That reminds me of a story I'm going to write. Is actually about a noir story about a wizard. Not really wizards in my world, but I use that as a colloquial term. Who finds himself in the cyberpunk world and has to team up with a police AI to solve a crime.
There you go.
Yeah, so you got wizards teaming up with AIs in this world, people, and you're going to get that in about 3 months because there's 2 stories that need to release before that.
There you go.
Super cross genre.
I like how creative you're being with all that. That's fantastic.
Yeah. And most of my stories are different genres too. Like one I'm working on right now is actually action adventure. It's essentially I'm gonna leave it at that. It's action adventure. It's really great, very Indiana Jones inspired. And then the one I just finished is a pulp western, and it's very much western, you know, because I like action adventures, I like westerns, and I want to tap into the different genres I like, because these characters are supposed to be completely different genres and still cross over from time to time.
Yeah.
Yeah. And I was going to say, I'm also going to shill Anvil, Iron Age magazine.
That's gonna be
You can
fun.
check that out if you want to get some advertisements in, either because you've helped out with Iron Age Media and you did not receive an email from me, hit me up. Or if you want to buy some ad space, it's still up for sale for now. And the link is through the website. So do that. And then most importantly, if you're excited about getting on the mailing list and knowing whenever the campaign goes live, I've created a pre-launch page through Indiegogo for Anvil, and that's going to be, expected price is going to be about $20, and it'll be a roughly 100 pages or so of Iron Age creations, and
Sounds epic.
Great stuff too.
yes, and it's going to be I've had some people reach out to me to do some of the illustrations for some of the short stories, and they're going to be people that you recognize and are very excited to see stuff from. So
That's cool.
and the authors, you'll recognize some of their names, and some maybe not. But regardless, I'm excited to share all of it with you guys. But it'll be physical. I'll be mailing it to you, and
I'm
we're
excited.
going to try and
for
throw
that.
as many goodies and everything else in there as we can.
Yeah,
I'm excited for that.
Anvil is shaping up to be pretty spectacular, folks.
Yeah, I'm
Yeah.
getting excited. Let's just hope that we can get the first issue out before
Exactly. And
any
only
kind of
$20
global
more
disaster
expensive
occurs.
than my magazine.
Exactly. If you don't have that $20,
Yeah.
then
Oh,
make
but
sure
then
you
again,
check
you
out
do
the
get a
wardrobe.
lot more content there. Mine's like 20 pages. His is like 100. So there's a difference there.
Yes, yeah.
I can't wait though. It's that's a very exciting
mean-
project you got there.
Yeah, well, and I want there to be, I want everybody, not everybody. I don't want everybody to be doing magazines because that's silly. But you know what I mean? Like, I want,
Producing.
I want everybody to be out there creating and doing the things that they want to do and
Yeah.
getting involved. I'm not. I don't know. I mean, I think that there's sometimes people have like this, oh, well, there's only so much attention. And it's like, yeah, there's only so much attention in the day, but there's
There are
billions of people. You know what I mean?
Say,
Like,
there are
yeah.
8 billion people on the
Yes,
planet,
exactly.
and no
There's
one
enough
person is
room.
remotely close to tapping in to
exactly.
that audience. And like,
So, man, I want to see everybody creating and succeeding and having a good time. So, man, I'm super happy to have you in the space.
And helping each other build up too. I know somebody
Exactly.
said they'd be happy to beta read. Hit me up on the Gilded. I'm on Gilded all the
Asher
time.
Bruner. That was
Yeah.
A.S. Bruner.
Yes, hit me
He's
up on the
on-
Gilded.
he's on.
I'm James E at the Gilded. Shoot me a message or send me an email. You can find it on my website. It's everywhere. We need to,
Alright.
help each other out.
Always.
You guys have already been doing that too. I mean, you guys have been doing a massive amount of that over the guild. There are more like there are times when I'll wake up and I'll just see people just like, no, thanks for doing that for me. Oh yeah. And it's just been like this week and a half, 2 week long thing that I had no idea was happening. And like 5 people were like, no, yeah, thanks for the beta reading, guys. I appreciate it. They really helped with my book. And I'm just like, where the fuck have I been? This is my damn Gilded. I don't even know what's going on in here anymore.
It's an ecosystem of
I
creators.
totally forgot.
Right. Kikomon for $2.
Of course.
He sent these last couple in here. He says, when you choose sodium, choose Kikomon versus salt. Oh God, that's an image I don't need in my head. Kikomon for $2. Hail the
Good on your
legend of
egg.
Shalar. Oh, good God, Kikomon. Well, I guess it's my turn. Ladies and gentlemen, I am Royce. I do a Drink with Crazy. That's the channel that you're on. And if you guys are here and you guys like what we're doing here, you guys should do a couple of things for me. One, go over to adrinkwithcrazy.locals.com. Why? Because that is a very, very awesome place that you guys can support me. And also, a lot of people tend to like the unfiltered way you can go talk over there. That is a benefit. The best benefit to you and I will always shill this over just about everything, is my Gilded. Because that's a place where you can go join the absolutely fantastic community that I have over there. We've got artists, we have authors, we have fans of books and people who are there. We've got people who are building a community. We have trash talkers, we have philosophers, and they tend to be the same person a lot of the time. And also, we have the best way that if you guys want to support the channel, it is actually through the Gilded. You can become a supporter over on Locals or Gilded, whichever one you prefer. And by becoming a supporter in either Gilded or Locals, that earns you guys the ticket to come on the supporter live streams on Wednesdays, where we go over and we talk about new things coming out and try to boost up some more of these fantastic creators. So hopefully you guys will do that. And then one more thing, 11 a.m. Central. 11 a.m. Central, Sundays, got to be there. You got to do that thing. Why? Because we do Sunday Coffee. That's where I go and read your comments. So if you guys comment on any of the videos that I do throughout the week, it's going to be over there on Sunday Coffee. And a lot of people tend to have fun with that live stream. So, ladies and gentlemen, it's been fantabulous. Thank you so much. Daniel, that's like...
Had to do it.
It's just, white boys don't dance, man. That's why I don't dance. My wife hates it.
No, you
Why
just
don't you-
can't.
Good night, folks.
But don't judge me, James.
I will dance however I damn well please.
Good night, everybody.
Trust me, I know.
Don't forget to subscribe
and I'll
to
be drawing-
everything.
Yeah, subscribe to everything. And I'll be
See.
drawing the free ads on Sunday night. So
I've been
swing by.
watching your painting streams, by the way. They've been.
Oh, yeah, it's really high quality stuff.
Yes.
That's fun, dude. Just see you over there
Ironically
chilling.
Yeah, that is my goal. Is it's like enforced relaxation time. So,
Oh,
Best.
God.
World without end, folks. Get
Yes.
on there.
check it out.
Yes.
monthly releases, just like your wife.
Oh, no. What the fuck?
Wow.
Deacon, yeah, take it. To
Damn.
Yeah,
Straight just
Coming in hot.
or going out. Huh?
Going out.
Not
Yeah, I was
here
gonna
to
say.
end.
It's almost over.
Good night,
Oh my
everybody.
Good night.
Appreciate all of you looking at the chat. You got names.
We love our chat.
Oh,
They love
chat's
you.
awesome. Chat's also me, but you know it's chat. So, ladies and
Oh, we know
gentlemen,
it's the hot mic.
thank you so much for being here on Iron Age Nights, and we will see you all next time. Cheers, everybody.
Good night, everybody.
Good night.
Bye. Probably jump.